What it is. What it is. How is everyone doing? Welcome back to Live with your guy Ness. Always here to talk about that lovely conversation about Geo. How is everybody doing? I see folks are starting to drop in. What's up, Hadouken? What's up, more complete? What's shaking? I hope PlayOn starts releasing more news soon. Games On is coming up. It's in Europe, so they should be there and have something new to say. Yeah, there's a lot coming up. I think Tokyo Game Show is coming up too. What's up, Dual Edge? Yo. What's up, Ray? What is going on? Good evening. What's going on? What it is. Oh yeah, Adam. I'm excited for the launch. Super excited. How's everybody's week going on so far? What's up, Lloyd? What's up, Joe? Okay. Well, I think we've got a little bit of a forum and folks will start dropping in here pretty soon. What's up? What's up, fellow Texan? What's up, Jose? All right. Where you at in Texas? Oh, you got your you said great. Got my order in from Neo Styles. Oh, did you it shipped to your house already? What'd you pre-order? What'd you get? Finally got my Real Bout Fatal Fury special in the mail today from Japan. Pristine copy. Nice. I mean, I wish it was already Friday. If I'm being completely honest, I finished work an hour ago. So I had enough time to scarf dinner, and I was like, I can't miss this. So we're gonna keep it going. All right. El Paso, Texas, in the house. Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Badlands? What's going on? Okay, so shipping wise, last week we had a lot of good positive news in terms of states that were opened up. I think really all we have left is Washington State, Washington, D.C., and I think Canada was back up on the list for ultimate pre-orders. So hopefully we'll get some news from them on those. And if I'm missing any other states that I just so happen to miss, y'all let me know in the comments. 3 posters, hoodie, and they sent me that display you got from Evo. Nice. Yeah, and for those of you that are wondering what display, this Neo Geo display here. So that's what Joe's talking about. This display is nice. I kind of wish I had something larger to fit in the room, but it's nice. Bourbon Ness, aka Henny Ness, what's up? Orders the soy sauce, but it's sold out. Oh, snaps. PlayOn did update the news banner. Says only Washington and DC remaining. All right, cool. Appreciate you, Hadouken. All right, so that's it. That's all we're waiting for is Washington State and DC, and it's a wrap. And then the only conversation we have moving forward after that are the games. Are the lovely games. Is the AES Plus going to be able to use UniBIOS? So it has a built-in BIOS in the new one. So for those that want to switch to whatever region, you'll be able to do all that. Now, they haven't really said anything about cheats, so I doubt they're going to add that into the console. So if you had a original AES, you could do certain games, you could do cheats and infinite lives and stuff like that. I haven't read anything about that unless someone else out there knows. Pardon me while I get a beverage. Ness, you were getting the new Wolverine shell. That was absolutely not. No, I am not buying anything PlayStation related. No. If it's old school PlayStation, yes, but no, I'm not. I'm not buying any consoles. I'm not buying any shells or anything like that. No controllers, nothing like that. No. No, but it will be region free. Yep. Well, God bless. Still refreshing daily over here on the Play On website. What's up, Marco? New York is approved for Neo Geo Play On now. Sweet. As long as we can make the games uncensored, that's all I care about. Facts. Hopefully, y'all had a chance to check out the. And I apologize. I had all intentions on dropping the video over the weekend, and I needed a break. I needed to chill, so I took a few extra days to work on that video, and I'm glad that y'all have enjoyed it. I wanted to keep it pretty cut and dry and simple. I mean, I probably could have made it another 10 minutes long, but I'm like, don't need to have all that. Just get straight to the point. And, over time, we'll have some more videos over certain games for sure, especially the ones when we get from Play On, because I want to see what those are going to be like. What's good, Ness? Good old price of $90. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Ryan? Speaking of which, I wanted to present this question to the chat. So this is for you all. I am currently designing merch for the channel. Would you all be interested in that? Now, I can make it for myself because I don't mind making stuff for myself, but I just wanted, what I'll do is I'm going to order samples first and see. And if y'all, maybe I'll do like a poll, community poll or something like that. And if you all say, hey, yeah, do that, do this, do that, I'll start creating that stuff and offering that to you all. Like my thing is like I'm big on hoodies, caps, polo shirts, and t-shirts. Like the whole sticker thing and all that, I'm like, that stuff just becomes a mess. But I'm always big on swag, so I have a lot of swag from a lot of different places and works and all that stuff. I got to figure out the Tiberius thing though. The Tiberius thing, I'm like, man, I got to make sure the Tiberius one is right. I got to make sure it's right. Bootin' Hat, will there be any reason why they can't release any Neo Geo CD exclusives on this? No, I don't see why not. I mean, technically speaking, Turf Masters is getting the exclusive that we saw on CD, basically Scotland. They just basically added it on it. So, Cross Swords 2 was a Neo Geo CD exclusive. We'll probably see that, hopefully, potentially, allegedly, possibly. So we'll see. We'll need. Yes. I'd like to buy a Tiberius shirt. I got you. I would support, appreciate it. The AES Plus is coming out at the perfect time for collecting physical media. Sony is crazy for ditching physical. Facts. I had a weird dream the other night that I don't know why. It was crazy. I was out game hunting, and in the dream had no correlation to reality at all. There was AES Pluses in a box store shelf. They had them. There was a line of people grabbing these, and the game that dropped that day in my dream was Capcom versus SNK 3. Tell me that's not insane. Tell me that's not insane. I know I have these crazy weird dreams. I woke up, I was like, what the heck? I'm like, what is that? But Capcom versus SNK 3. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Neo Geo, if they actually dropped that? Oh my gosh. If they keep making future re-releases, will it affect the market value of the old games? Honestly, don't think so. I think the folks that, because the community for the first prints was already small, and I don't think that's really going to change. A lot of the OG collectors that I know, they're still talking about first prints. They're still acquiring certain games, so I don't think that's going to stop. Are they going to collect the play on games? Yeah, they are. I mean, I'm doing the same thing. Have I slowed down on my first prints significantly because I want to see what PlayOn's doing with their games. So it might be I take a little extra time before I start acquiring certain titles on the first print. But like if I get a really good deal on something crazy, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get that. But other than that, I really legitimately want to see what the PlayOn library looks like in the future. You should make a new channel called Drinking with Bourbon Ness, aka Hitty. No. Y'all get to see me with that on the other podcast, the So Excited podcast. That's the only time I'm really drinking like that. Will they lose the Australian course to have? No. It's all 5 courses in that version. So we're just getting the additional course in Turf Nest. As long as there's no wait like that company Project Into. Yeah, man, I like their stuff. I've got a couple of hoodies and shirts from Project Into. It did take a minute, but it's good quality. It is good quality stuff. Did I order anything else? No, because the stuff I wanted to order, it was sold out. So I'm like, oh, I forgot. It is what it is. Bundle a hoodie, t-shirt, and hat for the good old price of $8. Just the fact that this is even happening at all is a dream come true for sure. Drew, you are so true for saying that. It is definitely, because I never thought it was going to be a thing, for sure. CVS 3 would be amazing. What a dream. Yeah, I know. I could have just dreamed I won a lottery or something, but no, I was dreaming of CVS 3. Ness, a Tiberius Ninja, please, shirt, will get my money. I appreciate you watching that video. I'm glad somebody caught that. I'll work. I got some ideas. I'll work on it. It do be like that, for sure. So, yeah. So CVS 3 done in like 2D sprites, and I'm almost, man. I was in this. I don't know if it was on Facebook or if it was on Reddit. Somebody was talking about CVS 3, and they were talking about like how would they want it delivered, and folks were talking about, oh, we want it like done Street Fighter 6 style since it's going to be Capcom stuff. And a lot of folks are like, man, I don't want it Capcom. Other folks are like, well, do it in the City of the Wolf style. And the folks are like, I don't want that either. And some other folks were talking about what if Arc got a hold of it and, kind of like Tokon, and kind of just did the animation like that, but with all the Capcom and SNK characters. That'd be kind of cool. I don't think they would be able to really dial in the animation like that, but I think a version, or maybe a Neo Geo specific version, kind of like how we do Switch stuff. It's kind of, I'm not gonna say watered down, but that'd be kind of dope. That'd be kind of dope to see. Luke's type. Is it official that if we order the Ultimate Bundle now, that it will be delayed till 2027? California only opened recently, so wonder if better to hold the funds for now. That is a good question. Honestly, we don't know. We have no idea. A lot of folks have speculated that if you place the pre-order for the Ultimates, that potentially the delivery time for that would not be November. We don't have any clarification or notification from PlayOn on what that looks like, so I can't answer that. I would say this, and people have been asking, like, hey, I pre-ordered this console back in April. I pre-ordered this in August. Should I cancel my April? I honestly, me personally, like if you had whatever your earliest pre-order was, hold on to that. That's just my logic with it, because you have to assume, even if that's not the case and everyone gets their console day one, that's 100% perfect. That's great. That's awesome. But let's say, the opposite end of that coin is, no, we're going to get it in waves potentially. And if that's the case, you would want to have your pre-order, the earliest one locked and loaded, so that way you're not waiting for a couple of months. What's up, Sensei Neo Geo? What's going on, Mr. Anderson? What's going on? Merch idea: make Neo Geo shells like the ones that come from the Ultimate Bundle. I assume Neo Geo cases don't fit in standard DVD shelves. Bookshelf is a good fit, maybe. Well, I mean, I've had various bookshelves. Like, these are Oscar Media. I'm sorry. These are Billy bookcases from IKEA behind me, and I've just measured the shelf level to fit, along with a little bit taller with the acrylic cases. Before this, I had Oscar Media shelves. They weren't as, the kind of games kind of stuck out. So I like these, how they kind of sink in and they've got a little bit more real estate. But yeah, bookshelves work. I mean, it just depends on how many games in your library you have. But yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see like some specific furniture focused for Neo Geo. It'd be kind of cool. Oscar, hey Ness, is the Neo Geo gamepad a must buy? Would it help with a game like Overtop? I mean, I like the gamepad, especially when I'm just not in a joystick mood and I'm just trying to be real lazy and I don't want to do anything. Fight pads are great. It's easy on the hands for fighting games. It's easy on the hands for a lot of games. Very comfortable in the hand. It's light. But if you're wanting to have that authentic feel, of course, you can't beat the classic arcade stick. But I would definitely recommend at least having one. At least having one. You don't have to have 2 or 3 of them, but at least have one in your collection, and then kind of you can vary from there. Whichever style it is, the jiggle physics are all that I judge. Well, hopefully we get those physics to pop up for us. Day zero. I want to dream big. I want Konami to see what's going on and think, I could put TurboGrafx games on heat cards. Oh, yeah. That'd be kind of cool. I know exactly what you mean. What's good, Ness? So I have 100 days to get the Neo Geo AES Plus. Okay, got it. Yeah, okay. It's what, 93 days to be exact, if I'm not mistaken. CVS, Capcom versus SNK 3, but hand drawn, smooth animations, comic book, bright colors, all day, Devastator, all day. I just wish the anniversary edition came in black also. Oh, you mean, well, I mean, for what? We got a black console. Like, what else will we be getting with that? Are you saying just like the black console and you still get like the white Metal Slug and controller? Kind of have the Star Trooper Neo Geo theme going on? That's how they did games in the 90s. We had console-specific versions of games back then. PS1, Marvel, anyway. Oh, yeah. What's up, UFO? Not everyone will get their console day one. I'll get mine, and no one else will get theirs, and I'll list it on eBay for $1 billion. So stop it. I fully intend on making some custom game holders for the Neo Geo games once I get one to get the right dimensions perfect. Game holders, are you talking about like acrylic cases, or are you talking about something for the cartridges? Why is Polestar out of stock in Amazon Canada? What? Well, I don't have Canadian, but is Polestar canceled? Or not canceled, but let's take a look here real quick. Let me see if it's available for the States. Polestar. And Polestar's up US still. It's just not up for Canada. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe that's part of because I mean I know for Ultimates, Canada can't get on that list either. So let's hope maybe we'll get some updates with that, and maybe that's part of the games list as well. Sort of like CD rack, CD holder. Okay, CD rack holder. Okay, yeah. What's up, Steve? Ness, what is your thoughts on indie titles working on the AES Plus? I pre-ordered Necropop on AES as a collector piece, but would love for it to work on the. It'll work on the newer system. It will work on the newer system. I think a lot of folks have been asking about some of the indie studios. Yeah, a lot of those games, the components within the AES Plus, while some pieces are refreshed, a lot of it's the same. A lot's the same. So you shouldn't have any issues with that. I think for my folks that have MVS to AES converters and they're utilizing multi-carts like the 161s, some people may run into issues with that, but outside of the just the indie studio stuff, I think we'll be fine. We need a Neo Geo Pocket Plus. I need that in my life. Only had the pleasure to play it at Funko Land in '99. I keep hearing y'all talk about these Neo Geo Pocket Colors. I mean, that's y'all's jam. I even though I got one behind me, but I can't do it. I can't do another handheld. I can't do it. How many Neo Geos did you guys order? Well, I ordered 2. So I got the anniversary, and then I've got the ultimate. So I've got a black one and I've got a white one, which I already told y'all that I was going to unbox everything for y'all. So whenever I get that, y'all, I'll unbox everything. I know some people are like, I'm gonna leave the white one sealed, and I'm like, yeah, but I gotta open it. I gotta make sure that y'all taking care. Did you hear that Take-Two CEOs? What Take-Two CEO said about physical media? They want us to go digital only, where you can't trade, lend, give away, or resell your games. Only option now: buy or don't. Yeah, I saw that nonsense. I saw that interview. I also saw them grill him on what are gamers getting for the special edition for GTA 6. He's like, oh, you're getting additional content. I'm like, no crap, dude, but where's your value? But I digress. I'm not going to get into that conversation this evening. People in Washington State down bad anti-hype. Oh, man, I know. Hopefully y'all get the update. Shane, I ordered the ultimate and the white one from Amazon. Gotta catch them all, right? Yes, sir. Take 2Ds. Self-elected. Hello, trying to get caught up with watching your videos to see your opinion about all things Neo Geo. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the videos. That does help. Happy to answer any questions while we're here on the chat live. But please do go back and watch those. Yeah, I appreciate that. Breezy. How's it going, Neo Ness? What's your favorite Neo Geo shmup? That is a good question. Oh, man. It might surprise a few of you because my shmup is it's an odd shmup. I still consider Ninja Commando a shmup in ways. I mean, it really is a button mash shmup. I like that one. If I had to do like an airplane shooter style or space shooter, it's probably going to be Blazing Star. Those would be my 2. I mean, of course, everyone talks about Metal Slug and Shock Troopers and all that, but if I'm looking for just something R-type radius style games, it's going to be Blazing Star, Aero Fighters, things of that nature. I go down that jam. Controversial question. Ooh, okay. If their new official games published, but they make the boxes and cartridges a different size and smaller to save on price, how bad do you think? Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. You've already solidified that you're doing one of one everything, Like I get it. That's a lot of material to create. I mean, I'm sure it costs some dollars to do those big cartridges, etc. But if you started down that road, just keep it. Just keep it that way. I mean, if you're gonna make a shift, I would probably see them increasing prices before they change the size of boxes and carts just to save on material cost. That's generally how I would look at it, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I think for original collectors and even some people that have just finally getting into it, they're not going to enjoy that. Smooth Sense Records. Imagine a Castlevania AES cartridge. That would be fire. That would be dope. I would buy it. Is Ness your real name or just like Earthbound game? No. Actually, Ness has nothing to do with Earthbound. So Ness is a family nickname of mine. My mom named me after Elliot Ness because my first name is Elliot, and the Ness piece just kind of fell in. So a lot of my family don't call me Ness, but a lot of my friends do. So Ness just kind of stuck. So, and then of course Neo being part of the Neo Geo, so Neo Ness. That's how that was developed and born. And like when I first started on YouTube, it was Retro Neo Ness. That was too many syllables, so I chopped the retro out and just did Neo Geo or Neo Ness. And then when you all are just talking to me, I just call me that. That's what my friend called me. So, hi Ness, do you have any recommendation for a Neo Geo forum or other ways to get in contact with other Neo Geo fans? Nikolai, woo wee. Okay, here's my thing. Gotta be careful with Neo Geo forums. Some of them are a little toxic, others are really good. I say for those that are just starting out, Facebook is fine. There's tons of Neo Geo groups on Facebook that you can add. There's tons of new groups wrapped around the AES Plus. There's older groups that have been around since a lot of the collectors were doing the first prints, so there's that. There is a Neo Geo Reddit forum, so that's decent. Atari Age has a Neo Geo section forum that I would recommend that folks often hear sometimes. Now, if you're feeling a little bit more spicy and you want to dabble down the old school forum, you can go into neogeo.com or neogeoforum.com, and that's the original all the way back from the 90s. It's a little hard to get added to that. And I will say, if you're looking to have conversations with folks, prepare yourself for some very spicy comments back to yourself if you ask questions. So I will say that I don't partake in that forum. I just go in there and basically look at posts. That's the most I do. I don't make comments. So hopefully that helps. The anniversary edition doesn't have any anniversary markings on it. It's just white. So a black anniversary edition would just be a black console, while the box would have markings, though. I mean, true. Well, yeah, the box. Unless there's something else that's thrown there we haven't seen. But yeah, I would agree. The AES love is great, but as an MVS user and fan, I feel left out in the cold. Don't feel left out in the cold. We love the MVS just as much too. Hell, look at that. I got an MVS card right here. Love MVS. It's all the same. Now I know, when you start talking about inserts and cartridge stickers and manuals and all that, folks can get a little bougie at times, like Tiberius. But we won't talk about him this evening. You get right straight to the point with MVS. And the plus side to it is like Vertex making a brand new converter that you'll be able to play all your MVS titles on the new AES Plus. So I think it's Gucci. I think you'll be good. Don't feel left out. We're all brothers and sisters in arms when it comes to Neo Geo. I wish I could find a 3D print for the Neo Geo games case. I'd love to print some for the games I don't have them for. There's I printed a cartridge. It's actually in my office, so I won't go and grab that. I think I showed it on a video. I was just building like 3D printed art for some of the games. I mean, I wouldn't use it unless you're like 3D printing in ABS. That's probably the best filament I would use for that. Don't do it in PLA or even PET-G for that matter. I know some people would say PET-G. My Fusion converter, I 3D printed a new shell for it because I wanted it in a different color, and I printed it in PET-G. I didn't like the way it turned out, so I'm probably going to have to go and do something else. We'll figure it out. Off topic, Gears E-Day open beta this Thursday, Ness, LOL. Yeah, I'll be on there. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, no, I won't be on there. I got the podcast on Thursday. So I'll probably find some time. Maybe if I'm free on Friday, I'll probably look and try to do it, but we'll see. What's up, Retro? Hey, guys. Hey, Ness. Wow, it's been a week. Let's go. What's the topic besides Neo Geo? Anything specific today? We're just chilling. We're just having a lovely conversation. Like, I didn't have anything planned. I just wanted to keep the conversations going and keep them moving. Oh my goodness, y'all are really I gotta keep up. Here I go. Let me hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna skip a couple. I'm gonna go down. I got a super chat. Appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you so much. You didn't even say nothing. You just said just dropping the cash. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the channel. Love you. Love all of you. Thank you so much. We move back up here. I'm gonna make sure I don't miss anybody. Drew. Friends don't let friends go to the Neo Geo. Facts. I'm telling you. Drew is right. Don't do it. Don't set yourself up. That will hurt your feelings. You will have a bad day going on some of those forums. Now, mind you, not all the folks on there are malicious, but I'm sorry. It's not a good time. You go in there with all these positive feelings and you leave there feeling defeated. That's just not. Stay on Facebook. Stay on Reddit. You'll feel much better about it. Amazon Canada can be glitchy on listings. Something may be listed as unavailable and suddenly show up later. And sometimes if they don't get it for launch, they never get it. All right, Dave. There you have it, folks. Well, they'll just keep refreshing pages, etc. I've been to K-pop forums. I can handle Geo forums. I believe you, UFO. I believe you. Hear me out. You should make some shirts called Henny Ness and Bourbon Ness with the Neo Geo logo on a bourbon. I can't use the Neo Geo logo. That'd be copyright infringement. I can't use the Neo Geo logo. So, yeah, I wish I could, but I can't. I don't have permissions for none of that. SNK, I don't want SNK to get your boy. Did you grab another white arcades? You know what? I didn't. I just ordered the anniversary. I'm not too worried about it. I got tons of joysticks. And if I don't really think I'm going to use the white joystick like that. If anything, that thing's going to be on display. It's going to be on display. Yeah. I'll play it. I'll use it for a little bit, and then it's going on display. I think I'm trying to decide my placement on where I want to do my console display case. I'm going to have multiple consoles, all my Neo Geo consoles displayed. I don't know. We'll figure that out. When I do my new game room tour video, I don't know when that's going to be. It's probably going to be next year. That's when I'll have some ideas for this room. But I'll post them in. I only ordered the white one, but I'm thinking of leaving it sealed and seeing how the stock is. If I can get the black after it launches, I'll order one and keep white sealed. All right. That sounds good. That sounds good. SNK Neo Geo is awesome, both expensive and portable SNK Neo Geo video game console. All right, Daniel. Let's go. Neo Ness has both a black and white one. Man's harem has diverse. I'm a very diverse individual. That's right. I don't discriminate. Many of my friends will tell you that. My friend group is the United Nations. Literally. All nationalities. We all get along lovely, perfectly. We joke, we clown, we have a great time. So yeah, it's always a good time. Do you think they will finally pull off the AES Doom port There's been some crazy progress. Yeah, facts. I honestly want to see it. I want to see the complete, done version of it. And I would hope that we would actually see a legitimate Doom port on, a cartridge, be able to purchase. That'd be dope. That'd be so cool to see. Community, like the fan community for games is so cool. Like the investment, the time, and even though a lot of these folks don't get paid to do it, it's just purely out of the love of the game or the challenge of someone telling them that you can't do this, this isn't possible, and someone going and proving somebody else wrong. That is so amazing that people do that. Lame Duck, I read somewhere, I can't remember, that it may be a production problem. I need to know before I order this thing. Well, okay, let's ask this question. This goes for everyone. This is out to everyone, okay? If you don't pre-order now, that's fine. Okay. I don't think this console's going anywhere. But if you don't pre-order it now, is the plan just to wait? You're going to sit on the sidelines waiting for the next, if it's like done in batches, you just wait until it's just readily available. Is that the plan? Or for those of you out there, are you just kind of roll with the punches, get in where you can fit in, and just be patient? I legitimately want to know, because I've heard tons of mixed reviews on that very topic. UFO Ghost Pilots. I remember playing that in arcade so much. Ghost Pilots is a very solid game. It's actually yeah. There's actually quite a few variant covers for Ghost Pilots. Also, I don't have all of them. Oh, snaps. Let me not break something. Hold on, y'all. Let me just get up and break something. Hold on, y'all. Pardon me. Let me just take it. Yeah, so I have the dog tag version of Ghost Pilots. Excuse my lights. That dog tag right there. For all my dog tag collectors out there, there are some unique variations with certain dog tag games. Like certain dog tag games don't have the pit bull on the manual, or the cartridge doesn't have the red stripes, the Neo Geo red stripes here. I did a video on that. I was like, did this whole deep dive trying to figure it out. It was crazy. It was pretty cool. But yeah, Ghost Pilots is a really good game. I'm definitely getting this Neo Geo. Always wanted one. KOF 97, 98. Slug X3, Last Blade 2, and yes, Ninja Commando is definitely a shmup. All right. Love it. That's a good solid lineup of games. RDF, what's going on? Hi, Des. Is there any information on whether the button layout for the controller will be the same as the original controller? I heard a rumor about those buttons, but I don't think it's been confirmed. I think that could be a potential change. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But hopefully, I think there was enough backlash early on. Like folks were like, "Hey, man, what are y'all doing? Don't change the button layout." So hopefully, we'll see what that looks like. And if it does get fixed and it goes back to the original, man, we're going to be in really good shape. I really want to see 95, 96, 97, 98 in Wave 2. Good Lord, you just want a KOF. You want a KOF wave. You said forget all the other games, give me all the KOFs. Retro Realms would be awesome on SNK Neo Geo video game console and portable SNK Neo Geo video game console for sure. I actually would not buy any more games if they change the dimensions of the carts to be smaller. Don't change it. Don't change it, because it doesn't. It's not gonna be the same. It's just not. What up, y'all gamers? What up, X-Man? What's going on? Appreciate you dropping in. Let's see. Gaming is headed towards cloud gaming, where you don't own. You're just renting access. Apple, Sony, Microsoft, they're all moving toward leasing. Eventually, owning anything will be gone in 5 years. You know what? Hey, this is why I'm like, Something like this. You know what I'm saying? Get what you can get in where you fit in. It's me. What's going on? What's up, Ness? I want to thank you again for giving me advice on rather keeping the standard edition, which I prefer, ordered on April 25th, or keeping the anniversary edition, which I ordered August. Hey, appreciate. Hey, no problem. No problem. I mean, it was just a recommendation. You know, all of you were grown. I know you're asking me for my advice, but you know, at the end of the day, you make your own decisions. I'm happy I was able to help. Lloyd, let's see what's going on. When Amazon Canada first put up the pre-orders, they were only asking 370 CAD for the anniversary edition and 270 CAD for the regular. I locked it in at the time, so I guess we'll see if I get them. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Hopefully everything will be good. Jiro, what's going on? Hi, Ness. In chat, do you think Japan will get anything? We won't have to import only like the old days. Haha. Yeah. I think Japan sold out, right? I think I read something about Japan. There was notifications that Japan was sold out or something like that from some of the retailers there. I don't know. Let's see here. What's up, Shimigami? Hey, Ness, how are you? I'm good. Is your Neo Geo collection complete? It is not. If not, what are your top 5 priorities to grab first, and what's the going rate for? Man, that's a loaded question right there. Well, at one point, I was about 6 to 7 games away from completing the US set, minus Kazuna Encounter and Ultimate 11. So, many of you know the story that I sold some of my games to fund a failed investment business last year. So, yeah. If I were to go back, pick up some games, I would probably go after a couple of the KOFs. Because I had all of them. I would probably pick up 98 again, 2003. Do I still have my 95? No. I would like to get my 95 back. Now I have a majority of those in Japanese, so that's why I'm not too worried about it. But outside of that, if I get my money back, I'd love to get another copy of Double Dragon. I missed that game, but I got to get my money right for that one. So, Double Dragon was a big title. That was actually the most expensive title I had in my collection. Was Double Dragon. I loved that game. So that. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. A couple of pots and pans, and what I mean by pots and pans, just a couple of like miscellaneous titles. Everything else I can just slowly grab over time. But yeah, if that answers your question. Rate for games, man, I can't call it because pricing right now is a little odd. It's a little weird. It will be in the thousands though. Does SNK support 8 players? Well, I mean, if you're talking about 8 players in a game, let me see. Now, I have done the test with League Bowling and doing the link cable. We did 4 Neo Geo consoles. So we had 2 people per console. So that was for that game. We were able to have all the lanes locked up. That was pretty fun. That was a fun experience. That was pretty cool. But that's not for every game, if that's what you're asking. I hear Necropop is going to be a good game. Castlevania will be sick on AES. Facts. Imagine Mortal Kombat Trilogy getting a release on AES Plus. I hope so. That would be kind of dope. I'd love to see that. Neo addiction is tough to get over. Yeah, I've been dealing with it for 7+ years, and it's not going away. If anything, it's gotten worse. Self-elected. Please clarify, is it true that Neo Geo Plus is slightly more powerful than the original hardware? If so, could there be games that only work on the Plus? I don't. When you say powerful, I think it's just going to be, there's features that allow better performance, like the overclocking, etc. Right? That's in the AES Plus that we didn't see in the original AES. I won't say it's like more powerful to where we're going to see games that are, you know, PlayStation 2 level or anything like that. But no, nothing like that. I mean, I'm sure, like the way technology is, I'm sure people can do something with Dookie and crazy, but as it sits, no. I think it's just going to be, um, we'll have to test it. We'll have to get a console in our hands, you know, because a lot of the times we've just seen 3D renders and we've heard, you know, conversations. But I think once we get consoles in our hands and that we're able to do some extensive testing, we'll be able to find out. I'll play some on my new CD Pro or SD Pro. Then I feel you. Hey, all good. Hey, Ness, thinking. Could you imagine a red white Neo Geo AES Plus arcade color edition? I sure can. I actually said that a couple of months ago. If they ever did like other console colors, an MVS like color would be dope. I don't know what else we could do, but I don't think we need to do any translucent colors or anything like that. This isn't Nintendo or anything like that, but I could definitely see an MVS color console. That'd be kind of fire. All video games should all have camera angles. Okay, okay. Let's see. Okay, I'll try to hit you up to play. All right, man. All good. All good. Man, where can I get those Neo Geo shirts? I got this one's old. This one's pretty old, as you can see. It's like the Neo Geo's faded. I've worn this many times. I actually got this off Amazon. After Amazon, so I'll you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'll yeah, if you just type in Neo Geo shirts, this should pop up, and you can do it in any color. Because I've got one of these in orange, and I've got this in black, and then I have another one in red, but that one's from another. That's from another company. Yeah, I've got a lot of Neo Geo shirts. It's probably time to. Etsy has some really good shirts though. Like if you're looking for like some really cool different shirts, really cool. I got SNK versus Capcom Chaos MVS at a thrift store. What do I look for if it's authentic? Actually, let me take y'all to this real quick. So for those of you that let's see here. Let me pull this up here. Oh my camera. So if you're looking to validate your boards, what is happening? What is this? All right, so let's just do the old fashioned. Not bad, y'all. Capcom. What? Oh, it's SNK versus Capcom. Yes, okay. Where are you? There we go. All right. So when you go in, for your MVS boards, it's going to be a lot simpler. So you'll be able to just unscrew, right? And let me kind of go back to this. You'll be able to unscrew here, right? So for you just unscrew here, here, and here. Make sure you don't open it all the way or else you'll tear and put a crease into your label. But you'll just partially open it up and you'll pull your boards out. And from there, you can validate. Let me see here. Just have it. Not bad, y'all. There we go. See if I can get a zoom in here. All right, so and this board is crazy. This is a janky board for SVC Chaos. So this is what you wanna look for. You want to make sure your chips show SNK on them for the authentication. You want to make sure the board placement is correct as well on all of that. And that's all they have is one set for this. That's crazy. Some of the other ones have like more. Let's say for like instance, if we were looking at where's it at? What is happening? Why don't they have these in order? All right, so we'll just do this. Yeah. So you also want to look at the back of the board as well, right? Your solder points are going to be huge. If they don't have that silver hue, that color, or if they look burnt or they look kind of melted over on the cross wires here, that's been messed with, right? But that's generally, you only need to really think about that for your high end games. SDC Chaos, just go in there and cross reference your chips. All the codes should be the same roughly. You should be good to go. Hopefully that answers your question. Breezy, Blazing Star is a great one. Surprisingly enough, I have a weird love dislike for Viewpoint. Hate is too strong a word because while the game is hard, I always come back to it. I think the thing about Viewpoint is the soundtrack. That soundtrack is amazing. It is just so good. And I think that's what keeps bringing me back to the game. That Game Collector, can't wait for it. Okay. How long until your display is graced with the Samurai Showdown VHS? You know what? I haven't found that. I found the Fatal Furies out in the wild. That's kind of like, anytime I go out of my way to find like Neo Geo stuff, I try to find it in the wild, even though it's super rare to find stuff in the wild. But I get more accomplished. I feel like I have more of an accomplished feeling when I find something just randomly and I wasn't expecting it. It's not like I'm going to find something at a thrift store, even though I'm holding out for one of those days that I do find something. Or if I go to a convention, a lot of conventions, they have like the basic stuff, but we'll see. And I haven't been to any conventions this year. I have a couple of friends that want me to go to one in October, so I might go. We're trying to figure that out. Neo Geo Forums is the first to wish me happy birthday Hey, that's cool, Cyber. That's what's up. That is what's up. I'm glad they're treating you good over there. Do you think PlayOn will make a Neo Geo Pocket or CD? Also, if you had to guess, how many systems you think PlayOn sold so far? Oh, I don't know. I know they're probably not going to. I don't think a Pocket's coming, y'all. I know many of you want a Pocket, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see a Pocket happening. I don't see a CD happening. I don't. Like, for the CD to work, you're gonna need to, perform much better load times. Actually, no load times at all. And you just can't beat that when you just instant boot up on an AES. That was the biggest differentiation between the CD and the AES. I'm waiting a minute, 60 seconds to 90 seconds for the game to boot up versus boom, a minute. Right? So, how many consoles? I mean, I could ballpark it, probably a couple 100,000 plus, maybe. I'd love to see the numbers though. Should make some Neo Ness shirts. The Neo could be written in the Neo Geo style, while Ness is written in the Nintendo font. Double cease and desist. No, I can't do that. I don't want the Nintendo ninjas after me. Them fools. They do not play. Nintendo does not play. They are the most petty folks out there to drop a lawsuit on you so quick. I'm like, good lord, like this person was broke. They were homeless, and you still dropped a lawsuit. Like, it's crazy. Another game that I want imported to the AES Plus is Virtual Fighter, or DOA. Really? That's the first time I've heard that. Okay. Street Fighter 76. Hey, Ness, buddy, honest opinion, what are the chances SNK create brand new games for the AES for the Plus? Consider all AES games were arcade releases, and that's not a thing anymore. Oh, that is very true. I've said it a couple of times. I think the day we get some kind of announcement for a game that wasn't really an arcade style game, that changes everything for this console. Because you literally open up the floodgate. And I think that, I don't know, honestly, if it becomes such a big thing, y'all, like I'm hoping it does, I'm not going to have enough shelf space. I am not going to have enough shelf space for these games. I'm not. I've come to that conclusion. If it gets really popular, and I hope it does, and games get produced like crazy, then I am not going to have enough shelf space in this room. It's going to be crazy. I hope so. I hope so. The white Neo Geo joysticks, are they wireless only or wired? If I'm not mistaken, you can. I need to go back and look at that. If I'm not mistaken, they had a wire that you could connect if you wanted that. I think there's ones that are wired. There are some that are wired and there's some that are wireless. The white ones, let me double check here real quick. Let me look at the Neo Geo Plus. Anniversary edition. Looks like the anniversary edition is wireless. The standard console shows a wired controller, and they offer controllers in wireless, wired for the other ones separately, it looks like, from what I'm looking at. So, are you looking for wired or do you want wireless? I'm a huge COD fan and could never afford the Neo Geo back in the day. Which game is close to that? Would you suggest a good shooter? Ooh, a good shooter. You're looking for like a man. There's really nothing like that. There's nothing like a COD. If you're looking for like a first-person perspective style game, that will kind of give you like I'm not gonna say Doom or like Wolfenstein or something like that. I mean, you could go Super Spy. Super Spy, you have a knife, gun, and a fist. You could do that. Trying to think. I mean, cross swords are going to be your swords, but it's not going to be gun related. There's really nothing on the console like that that's going to give you that kind of perspective, to be honest. Meaning we need a game like that on the console for the Neo Geo, some kind of shooter related game. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, you've got your side scroller shooters and your top down shooters like your Metal Slugs and your Shock Troopers and your NAM 1975, things of that nature. I mean, 75 is a little bit of an older game, so maybe, but it's I mean, that's going to give you your army field, but it's not going to be COD. I want to see some demos before release of how it works on the HDMI port. I have a RetroTink, but I would that it scales nice. I hope it scales nice on modern OLEDs without additional devices. That's what I'm hoping on. I mean, I have a RetroTink as well, but I'm really just trying to have that new AES Plus console is going to be hooked into my TV. That is going to be a permanent hookup in my TV because right now, as it sits, a lot of my consoles are unplugged and I plug them in when I need them. But yeah, that one's going to be like my main or my Xbox and my PlayStation. And I have another hookup area that I had for my Switch that I just unhooked. So the Neo Geo is going to take its place. I wonder if Amazon orders have same status of Play on orders. I don't know. Did you just hear a live action Johnny Bravo movie is in the works and starring John Cena? You can't make this mess up. Yeah. I mean, John Cena, he's funny. Ness, part of me is apprehensive about everything coming to fruition at once, as well as complete compatibility. So I ordered just a few cartridges. Do you have reservations about this? I don't. I really don't. I'm actually very confident in the product, even though I don't have my hands on it. But I've tried to do as much research as humanly possible for what's out there. And all the signs tell me that this is going to be good. Like when you start looking at like consoles like the Analog 64 and that new what's that new one that everyone's talking about, the other 64. that just came out, Metro or something like that. I can't remember. I'm not a big 64 fan, so. And some of the features and updates that they do to those consoles is really awesome. The quality of life improvements that they're able to do to those consoles to make the visuals better, to make the gameplay better, for all the original hardware. I would hope. I'm not saying that SNK is going to do all that with feature updates on console, but we don't know. We don't know that. Not saying that that's not a possibility, but I think from the fact of that we're getting the same form factor, the same games, and the quality of them is going to be very, very close to it. I think we're in very good shape. So I don't have any reservations right now. Now, the real question is like after its launch, what's really going down? That's the deciding factor. You talk all this game, you deliver on that game, and then what are you doing after the fact? Like I'm big on you can sell me a product right here, right now. I buy it, but what's the post sales experience look like? What are we doing after the fact? That's the biggest thing that I'm really worried about. So. Has there been any acknowledgement or news or even a mention of AES Plus by official SNK? I haven't seen anything. Just wondering. Oh yeah. SNK's dropped some stuff on their Twitter. They've done announcements. They've done stuff. I mean, like, but PlayOn's the one that's managing all this. Like, really, SNK is just the one that's like, yep, approved, deny, approved, deny. That's what they're doing. They're just checking the box. Like, PlayOn's managing all that. So. Original Neo Geo and Anniversary living together in harmony. So is the only way to get the wired stick or the ultimate wired stick to get the ultimate edition? I don't see it on the site otherwise. Oh, let's see. I guess I should have taken a better, closer look on it. Okay, that's an AES Plus. Why is Amazon so bad about their listings? I just want to see AES controllers. Like, why did they do that? Okay, there we go. Here's the price. Okay. So, here, let's see. Both the arcade sticks on Amazon are wireless. It shows on the box. So, maybe I was wrong. They aren't wired. So, they have the dongle. And I don't see anything saying wired on here. Wireless, replica, blah, 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 arcade music. Yeah. Everything on Amazon for additional arcade sticks. If you want the white one, it's wireless. If you want the black one, it's wireless. I don't see anything that shows that they have like connections for wired. And if you're getting a wired, yeah, Ultimate or the standard black one has a wired one too. Let's see. I teared up in April when I saw the launch video. So many Neo Geo memories in the arcade. Facts. Why is Washington excluded? Silky, they're not. They're just working through the tariff tax issue. Many states were going through the same thing. So right now, the only two states left, or only two areas left, Washington State and Washington D.C. That's all we got left. They've been picking them off. Last week was a big week for us. We had Cali and Florida and Massachusetts, and a whole bunch of states got lifted, and folks were able to start placing orders. So the last ones to worry about are Washington State and Washington D.C., and then we're off to the races. So, but PlayOn did say like once they make that update, they'll make it known for everyone. And then, if I hear it certain time, I'll drop that on my community page on YouTube to let you all know if it's not on a live stream night. Neo Geo needs to make a game where you play as Duck King. You save ducks. Really excited about this. Already started grabbing statues for the man cave. Hey, nice. Not a huge shmup fan, but I did recently play Ironclad, a Neo Geo shooter. Really enjoyed it. Nice. I actually haven't played Ironclad. I'm probably really bad about that. I need to try it out. It would be nice if the AES Plus have an online store and you can download games and DLC. Yes, I think this is going to be more of the. We're not going to get a lot of that. We're going to get a lot of the classic physical style with this. We're not going to get a lot of the downloadable content, etc. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna leave that stuff for like for certain games like Art of Fighting 3, R, and some of the games that are getting the netback code and all that stuff updated, on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. They'll leave that kind of stuff for them, but for the AES Plus, they're going to probably keep it a little bit more original to the classic format of just physical. You buy that game, that's what you're getting. They'll make sure whatever version, hopefully, potentially, allegedly, version that we get is the right version to play. So, hey guys, about to fire up some Tecmo Super Bowl while I join the. Hey, Bam, what's going on? Tecmo Super Bowl, man, I used to play that a lot. Love that game. Love that game. Do you think the FGC will use these consoles over fighting game competition? Will use these consoles over a Mr. FPG at tournaments for games like Garo? I hope so. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think for some folks, they're going to have their specifics around, joysticks and fight pads and what they're accustomed to. But I think this would be really good. It'd be a really good place for Play on SNK to be at. I mean, they have a lot of fighters, and a lot of those classic fighters are, if they haven't already made a resurgence back into the fighting game circuit, this is definitely going to be a good way for them to get in because they'll have polished, new, not refurbed, but refreshed consoles out there. Don't butterfly the game while opening it either. It'll crease the label bad. Facts. I'm talking about that NDS cartridge. I believe the new Neo Geo will have some kind of tech in it that will allow more advanced gameplay and graphics with just the feature software update. I hope so. That'd be dope. Neo Geo shirts are on AliExpress and Amazon. Some nice designs and colors that they do have. Software update for a 1991 console. Well, updates are updates. I love the old Japanese Neo Geo live action commercials. I hate the live action movies. Yeah, the commercials were dope. Commercials were really good. I do like the animes though. The anime movies for some of the Neo Geo games, like Fatal Fury and Sam Show, and I think there was Art of Fighting as well. Those are pretty decent. Jimmy says, Ness, do you know of any good websites for AES-sized artwork? I know Southtown Homebrew is a good resource, but they only have MVS covers. I actually got a cover for an AES on Southtown Homebrew. So in their options section, they offer, and it's not very clean how they do that, but they do offer an area where you can do a custom cut. So you can say you need it cut for a AES. Perfect example. Come on. I knew that was going to happen. It's going to make me get up. This Super Dodgeball, this insert, is from Southtown Homebrew. As you can see, like the back, I actually ordered a different one that was a little bit closer to like some of the other, like more official inserts, but for some reason they sent me this. So I was like, and I was in the process of moving out of my old house into an apartment before I moved into this house. So I didn't have time to go, and I just took what I had, and I still needed to trim it for a snap case, because this was a little bit larger. This was cut for like a soft case. So I trimmed it down a little bit for it to fit in the snap case. But it did really well. Oh my gosh, come on. Sorry, y'all, I had to get a beverage in. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to skip down here. I see I'm moving very slow this evening. Where did I just see that? Oh my gosh. There we go. More complete. Appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you so much. SNK hired Harada. You know they are gonna FGC Max facts for sure. For sure. For sure. Let me get back to the top here, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move through these a little bit faster. My bad. Will there be an AES Plus cart with internet capability? Right now, not AES Plus, the full set has Overserved, and theirs has a built-in Wi-Fi chip on the cartridge. So that's the only one on the market right now that we know of that does that. So time will tell. Nintendo will sue your future lives. Facts. Nintendo would deliver you a brand new Neo Geo game with a summons inside. Oh my gosh. What's going on, Jammer? Hi, Ness from Chile. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see here. Ruckus. Canadian and deeply upset the AES Plus Ultimate is still not shipping to us up here. Man, I hope that gets lifted for you all. I really do. We only got a few more left to go, and then we're back in the races for everybody. The AES Plus is bringing back the 90s. Yes. I kind of like it. For some stuff. My dream would be to have Streets of Rage 2 ported to the Neo Geo with updated graphics and bigger sprites. That would be awesome. Turtle Shell, yes. It would be awesome. I'm all for that. Give us Streets of Rage 2 with the bigger sprites. I've been saying that myself. I want to see Konami, Capcom, Sega make new or port old games to it, and I think it will happen personally, specifically Sega, with all their retro talk lately. That would be nice. It would be nice. I have a feeling all of the sticks will be wireless. The wire being a charge cord. That could be the case. I mean, we'll have the dongles. We'll have the dongles that connect into the AES. Yeah. Yes, I would like to see Streets of Rage trilogy and even another iconic Sega title from back in the day. Super Spy is first person. Mm-hmm. Facts. Do you think they could add extra content from Sega Saturn Neo Geo games to AES Plus? I wouldn't put it past them. I think it's very doable. Like, Saturn or even Thomas Wave. I could see that happening as well. Metal Slug 6. I could see that happening, potentially. How would Doom work on the AES Plus? Would they be able to pull it off like they did with some of the old school consoles? I don't know. That's going to be a real good question on how taxing it is and how it's able to perform. I think time will tell. Maybe we'll hear something in the future about it. You want a Sega Genesis Plus? That'd be kind of cool. Do you think this release will be better? Play-ons? By far, this is gonna dog walk Atari 2600. And I'm not saying for all my folks that like the 2600 plus. I'm just saying the Neo Geo is running circles around this, all the way around Atari. Just saying, you didn't get this kind of hype. You got a little bit of hype, but you're nowhere getting this kind of hype that you did. Atari did not get this kind of hype. Still isn't. If they made repro carts of the early Neo Geo titles like Ninja Combat and Last Resort, yeah, people would automatically stop buying the super expensive AES cartridges from back in the day. I mean, I think that's going to be a little bit subjective because there is still an audience for first print. I think for a lot of the new people coming in, all they're going to look at is $90, which is perfectly fine. As you should, to be honest. I mean, you finally get into, because honestly, a lot of folks out there would not be buying if they said, hey, we're just going to do the console, y'all go after your own game. Folks ain't doing that. Them games are too expensive. Heck, they're too expensive for me. But I'm still buying them. But what's the $90 joint for coming? It's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be real nice. I'm gonna enjoy it thoroughly. I know we all are. What consoles do you actually own right now? I've got OG Xbox, PlayStation 2, Dreamcast. I've got 2 consoleized MBSs, of course my Neo Geo AES. Got a Nintendo 64, the orange joint. Neo Geo CD-Z. I have a Super Nintendo, original Nintendo. I have another Dreamcast in the box. I've got an Xbox One, an Xbox Series X. I've got a Halo Reach 360 and Xbox One X, and then a Xbox Series X Infinity. So as you can see, I have a lot of Xbox consoles. But yeah, so if I was going to collect for like a big collection of games, the only thing outside of Neo Geo, it probably would have been Xbox, which I did have a huge Xbox collection at one point, but I got rid of that. So, let's see here. Yeah, thank you. It's called M64 and the analog. I actually own the Jungle Green analog console in the box sealed. Yeah, M64. I heard in terms of like it was like muddy quality. I think what was it? Who did it? Mort's Garage. He did a review. I actually watched that this morning. I thought that was a good review. He was talking about the M64 and analog 64. That's pretty good. Ness, during Play On Q&A, I'm pretty sure is when they said the white controller has the wireless dongle, but can be also plugged. Okay, cool. Maybe they just didn't have it on the visual of the box. I just didn't see it in the notes. It may have been an FAQ on the site, though. Okay, cool. That game collector. So it appears only the Ultimate comes with a black wired stick. Both normal standards only have wireless, which is kind of lame. I would rather have wired sticks. Really? Okay, cool. All good. I mean, hey, we all have our preference for wired. Like the way my room is set up, I need a wire. I need a wireless when my room is set up, because otherwise I'm going to be sitting all the way up top of my TV, and I like to relax on my couch when I'm gaming. But yeah, I can definitely relate to that for sure. The Play On FAQ video confirmed that the wireless controllers come with optional cords you can plug in. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for dropping that in here. Now we have that confirmation. SNK just ended beta testing on Steam for Art of Fighting 3. I know, and I missed getting into it. I was too late. I really wanted to play that, but they're working too much, y'all. Working too much. Both black and white arcade sticks are wireless and wired. From PlayOn's website, it says the wireless controllers come with wired connection via 15-pin cable. Thank you, Dukin. Now that we've got that clarified, I want NAM 1975 in the second wave. 75 would be cool. Afro Power, Jaguar Plus coming soon. LOL. Man, come on now. Jaguar Plus. Okay. I can dig it. I'm not going to hate on it. Let's see. Play On site. It states for the Ultimate Edition, this product will be the first off the production line, numbered at the factory and produced in extremely low quantities. What is extremely low quantities? Macho, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I mean, it could be... I have no idea. But I know, like, I would probably assume, like, once this wave is done, you probably won't see a bundle again. And once they're finally done and they've got... I'm pretty sure the only reason why the pre-orders are still going on is because we've had hiccups in the States for the Ultimate. If there was never any tariff or tax issue in the States, this would have probably already been cut off a long time ago. I'm pretty sure they're extending it, probably because they don't want to piss anybody off. And even so, there's still going to be folks pissed. Unfortunately, there's always going to be somebody that, like, man, I missed it. I'm like, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Were there ever any third-party Neo Geo AES controllers or accessories during? Oh, tons. I actually have a video on that on my channel, self-selected. I did an accessories video a while back, going over some of the accessories. Ori's done fight sticks. There's tons of Neo Geo variants, fight pads, etc. There's a lot of aftermarket stuff that you can go after. I mean, I would pull all that stuff out, but I don't feel like pulling it out right now. My apologies. Gains from within. Do you think MVS to AES converters will work? Yes, they will. Vertec has already confirmed that they will work. Now he's designing a new one, but there's one that what is it? Stone Age Gamer has on their website right now that's available. I actually ordered that. The only thing that Vertec says that has been reported that shows issues is if people have flash cards. So some like Neo SD Pros that link into the, like MVS versions that link into the Fusion converter. Some people have reported issues. So that's the only thing that you would really run into. And that's just kind of hit or miss depending on, it could be just what version console you have. It could be a voltage issue. It could be like, hey, maybe this was an earlier series and that has an issue. The older series might work a little better. You just don't know. And that's mainly just for the old school ones. But as it sits, a lot of the AES pluses are still probably going to run into that same scenario with the flash card connected to a Fusion converter. So we'll see. Maybe the new version that he's revising, maybe that fixes that issue. Project Neon has Wi-Fi on it as well. Okay. Oh, does it really? Am I tripping? Oh, it does. I lost my mind. Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. I forgot all about that. For those updates. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad. I should know that. I think PlayOn will be doing staggered release. The website says release and shipping starting 12th November 2026. The word stating implies that orders will start going out at that time. Yeah, I do get it. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Was Altered Beast ever on Neo Geo? It was not, Ryan. It was not. I'd love to see it though. I'd love to see it. I'm down to clown with all kind of new games. Yes, Ness. What's going on, Joe? Appreciate you dropping in. Shiro, theoretically, anything is possible if they feel like attaching something like a Raspberry Pi to a cart. Very true. Very true. Very true. Green Neon. Let's see. Hi, Ness. It's been a while, so I have to bring up the AES original travel. Let's shout out a re-release for accessories. Green Neon, you were the second person in 2 weeks to bring this up. 8Man dropped in the chat last week and brought up the travel bags as well. So we definitely, if I get the word out, and I'll pass the word over if I get to talk to anybody from PlayOn or SNK and say, hey, bring back the travel bags. The community has spoken. We have spoken. We have spoken. We want the travel bags. I do want one. I'm not gonna lie. I would like an SDK travel bag for my AES. I would love that. That'd be nice. It'd be really nice. Hennessy Ness, can you recommend any physical cartridge games made by independent companies that are making new games? Well, I mean, there's quite a few right now. You could, I mean, Full Set has, of course, Project Neon, and they have Overserved coming. I mean, Bitmap Bureau, of course, they had Crisis, and Final Vendetta will eventually get. I think you've heard a couple of folks talk about Necropop. You've heard folks talk about Gladmort. You've had folks talk about the NG Dev team talking about Krautbuster coming back. But there's a lot of independent companies making, new games that are just made by indie studios. Now, if you're talking about like household name games, that's going to be a different story. Like, I haven't heard anything like that yet. Hopefully we get something like that. Golden Axe series on Neo Geo would be cool. I would like to see that. I would love to see that. That Game Collector, OG Xbox is the way. Facts. Like, for the OG Xbox, like, of course, my Halo days, loved my Halo, but my absolute jam on OG Xbox was Knights of the Old Republic. 1 and 2. I know a lot of folks didn't care for 2 because it was unfinished, but I mean 1 was amazing. But that Jade Empire, oh my gosh, so good, so good. And for my folks that didn't know, Samurai Showdown 5 actually was released on OG Xbox, and it was an Xbox exclusive. It was only on Xbox exclusive back then. For Sam Show 5, for those who didn't know. What are you drinking tonight, Ness? What's in that red cup? Man, Jimmy, you would ask. I'm having a transfusion this evening, y'all. So my red solo cup, I have an adult beverage. So what consists within a transfusion? It's a drink normally found on the golf course. So even though I haven't been golfing because it's too hot, I haven't been golfing in months. But so it's going to have ginger ale, vodka, Kettle One in this particular case, a splash of lime juice, and then generally it would have like a Concord grape juice, but I don't have any. So I just use cranberry juice. So that's my beverage of choice this evening. No bourbon, no bourbon. It's too early in the week for all that. I don't know why there's confusion on the controls. The standard black console, which also comes with the Ultimate, is a wire controller. The only wireless controller is the white one that can be used wired. I mean, yeah, we figured it out in UFO, so we got it all cleared up. We got it all cleared up. Churro, if they modify the cart's PCB to any degree, the originalists would probably complain, though. So any Magic would probably have to be an original type of cart. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is times have changed, y'all. Like the tech that we had back in the early 90s and what we were using for what the company was using back then has changed. Like, as much as we say, I mean, look at it. We're not getting mass ROMs. Like, just the thing about it is like there's a lot of companies, a lot of manufacturers who just aren't producing some of these things anymore like they used to. We're in a different industry, a different environment, a different climate when it comes to tech now. Things have evolved. So now, do I hope that we get the feel and the look and things present the same or very similar to what the original is? Oh, most definitely. I think we can all agree to disagree that if it's as close to one of one as possible, then I think we can live with that. At least that's just from my point of view. Like, look, I'm just happy they bring the console and the games back. Like, at the end of the day, it's great. Like, I can't sit here and complain about every little tiny thing that isn't exactly to the original. And I get it. Many of you want the originals because you haven't been able to get the original. I have the original, so like for me, it's like my perspective might be a little bit skewed in that. And I know some collectors that want one of ones of everything. They want to look exactly the same. They want everything down to the molecule to be the same. That's not going to happen. It's just not. I don't think it is. But I think we can find a happy medium for that. I think we can. Do you think this release will be better quality-wise than other PlayOn products? I think so. I think they know what this kind of community is. Like, I'll be honest, y'all. Like, I've been doing this for, 7 years now? And I've always been an outsider within the Neo Geo space, mainly because I'm probably one of the few YouTubers out there that has a large Neo Geo collection. Now, there's other YouTubers that have a much larger collection than I do. They're not in the United States. They're overseas. They have wonderful collections, amazing collections. They dwarf mine by far. They have all the accessories, everything. And there's a lot of collectors out there that don't have a social media presence. They don't get online and boast about what they have. They don't talk about the games. They don't share information. They just want to, chill and live privately and enjoy their collections. I think what PlayOn has done is they understand what kind of community is behind the Neo Geo. There's a lot of, for the first prints, the community's rich, man. Those folks, some of these guys got bank. They got some money, y'all. like these fools got some cash. They can drop this kind of cash on these games, and the next week they're talking about another game. So, and I'm not saying that's everyone, because there's some of us that are hardworking individuals like myself and like many of you out there that you want nice games. You're going to put in the effort and work hard, save money, and then you get it and you accomplish that goal. PlayOn understands both sides of that. At least I would hope so. And I think the way they're presenting that is they want it to be sleek. They want it to be kind of luxurious, because that's what the console's always been. It's always been that way. So I think as long as they stay true to that, I think you'll have the buy-in from a lot of them. Hopefully that answers your question. Can you tell Mr. Rightway, aka T-Mobile, aka Mr. Pop, to stop fronting like he isn't rich and blowing money like he's at a game strip club? No, you tell him that. He don't listen to me. I want to see IGS Demon from front ported to the Neo Geo. Okay. Dixie Max, what's going on? Hello from Brazil. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Just bought a Dreamcast and I purchased an HDMI port for it to plug into my OLED TV, but it didn't work. What plug do you use for HDTV? You bought an HDMI cord for it and it didn't work? What did you get? What did you buy? What kind of HDMI port did you get? Because there's a couple out there that you could get. Oh yeah, we talked about that. So we're gonna blame the orange. Nah, we ain't talking about that either. I'm going to skip that. I think a Neo Geo version of the original Contra would be awesome. The only reason KOTOR 2 isn't considered a classic is because they hacked it to pieces to finish it, and it's still a great game. Facts, Doc. Facts. Like, if you played the finished version of that game, it's so good. It's so good. So good. Unfortunately, when I played the finished version of it, like all the bugs, like the exploits that I used on the Xbox version, I couldn't do them, which I was rather unfortunate. But, like when you go to Korriban and you're in those caves, and like if you're in one of those caves and you're doing one of those missions, and all of the ads kind of keep respawning, you can just level up in there with Force Shock, and you can just level your character up. And by the time I leave the planet, I'm like OP maxed out, like all the way. So all these dang exploits in old games. I want SNK to make an AES portable 4:3 screen, full size, clicky stick. Okay, yeah. Ninja Gaiden on OG Xbox was fire. Facts. I'm a big Ninja Gaiden fan. I love that game, especially the original on NES. Played that so much growing up as a kid with my mom. Love that game. What is the hardest Neo Geo fighter, shooter, beat 'em up, and puzzle in your opinion? Man, that's a loaded question too. There's a lot of different. It depends on the game. I mean, I'll be honest. All Neo Geo games are arcade-based games. Like they're meant to take your quarters. All of them, especially if you're playing in MVS mode. If you're on a console and you have the opportunity to switch in your BIOS and want to play on MVS mode and all that stuff, they are meant to take your quarters. They are difficult. Like, you get good over time. You learn patterns and you learn techniques and moves to navigate your way through a platformer or a fighter or whatever. But I will say Last Resort is a headache, because with five levels, right? You get through that, you beat the boss, but you haven't completed the game. You actually have to beat the game twice. Who does that? Who says, hey, guess what? You're not done. You gotta go back and play it again. Like, what? That's robbery. That's probably one of the biggest headaches I experienced. I'd probably say that Last Resort. Yeah, outside of that, of course, Magician Lord. But we've talked about that numerous times. Samurai Showdown 5 Special is so hard, even on level 1, so unfair. Mr. Charles, I agree. I'll tell you this right now, y'all. So I was trying to get all the footage for the video, and you probably noticed that I didn't get a lot of content for like the battles I had. I was really just trying to perform the overkill. That's all I was trying to. I was trying to get the overkill on capture card, and I'm like, why can't I get this? Like, why is it not working? I don't understand. And then when I got it like 2 other times, but right when I initiated the overkill in the game, the CPU just one slash me and I was done. I'm like, well, I'm not putting that in the video. So the one time I actually got it and it looked good and you were able to see the dismemberment on camera, I put that in the video. So yeah, even on level 1, it can be hard. That's what I'm talking about. Some of these games, man, it's tough. It's tough. By the way, whoever pointed out the Ultimate Edition being numbered and limited, I hate you, because now I want it, but I can't afford it, and my pre-order, that's been in months. I don't want to risk canceling it. Everybody's talking about these numbers, man. Everybody's talking about these numbers. Y'all want like the numbered version of the Ultimate. David Shaw, due to the nature of Neo Geo, I think it'll be as good as it can be. They are selling it as a top-end product, and it needs to be with the price that they're asking. Facts. In the future, do you think that there would be a game on the Neo Geo AES Plus that can be more than 710 megabits? Because 716 megabits is the max amount of memory of Neo Geo AES cartridges. Let's see here. Where was it? 708. Oh, hold on. Now you're gonna make me look. There was something that I remember seeing. Hold on. Give me 1 second. You're over here doing all this hard stuff. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yeah, that was King of Fighters 2003 was the 716 megabit game. I don't know, maybe. I think they could. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could bypass it. I'm pretty sure they could. I think they could. I don't know about how much more, but and who knows what we'll get with the new console. Excuse me, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna come back up. I see something down here at the bottom. Loner X, appreciate you. New to your channel. You do an amazing job. Keep it up. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you so much. What's up, Jared? I see you in here. What's up, brother? What's going on? I'm gonna move back up to the top. Gotta keep going. Let me see here. Let's see. I just hope mine is delivered in November. You and me both? I hope so. I hope so. I bought Xenocrisis for the MVS with box on AliExpress, so I'll see how it plays when it gets here. Yeah, I've got one. I've got a version on MVS. I forgot I had this on MVS. Man, I'm so bad with my games, y'all. This one I got from Project Retro Games. So he does these little boxes. I'm hoping he starts doing these and starts selling the boxes because I like these. So he does these little, and they're real hard, tough cardboard, you know. And he does these little manuals too. He does these little bonus manuals and stuff. And then you got the MVS cartridge. I need to holler at him and see if he's doing these yet. Because, man, tell me I could get something like this for my MVS games, make them look pretty. Man, then it'd be really bad then. Then my MVS collection would go back up again. Because I really don't need like the kits. I'm not a big fan of the kits because I don't like all that ugly cardboard. I know some people like it, but I like the visual of the spines. What is your favorite Neo Geo advertisement in magazines? Mine was a hot dog as well. Mine was the hot dog as well. Did you see the Wolverine PS5? Oh my God, Sony's so wrong. Yeah, somebody was asking me if I was picking up the shelves. That absolutely not. I'm not buying anything PS5 related right now. I ain't getting my money. My money's going to the Neo Geo. I hope they release new games for the new AES Plus and new Capcom or new SNK versus Capcom. Oh, SVC Chaos 2? I could dig it. I was just telling folks, I don't know, David, if you dropped in earlier on, I was telling everyone when we first dropped on that I had a dream that I was out game hunting and a box store had the AES Pluses on display. And they had a new Capcom versus SNK 3 for the AES Plus out. I was like, oh man, that'd be so dope. But yeah, either or, SVC Chaos 2 or Capcom vs SNK 3. I'll take whatever, whichever one, or both. I'll take both. I'm not greedy. Roxy, I'm very excited for the AES Plus coming in soon and very eager to get it, but part of me wonders, are things too good to be true? Still, I'm excited to play my carts of Baseball Stars and World Heroes 2 Jet Scene. Hey, good games. Roxy, are those is it professionals? Baseball Stars Professional or Baseball Stars 2? And World Heroes 2 Jet is a very solid game. Yeah, very, very good game. Let's see here. Youth all about digital till they lose their library. Hoping to get Double Dragon for the good old price of $90. You and me both. You and me both. I would love it. Okay, you got the Kaiko HDMI adapter for my Dreamcast on Amazon. It works great. There you go. There you go. Oh, you bought the Kaiko Dreamcast adapter from it. It worked, but it wasn't showing good on my OLED. It faded, washed out so bad. It was looking greenish on my screen. Do you have an upscaler? You might need an upscaler. You might actually need a retro thing for that. I don't know. I don't think you would need that, but or maybe you just got a faulty one. That could be the case. Let's see. Doc says, I think you've talked about it just a bit, but I think if AES Plus is going to really breathe a new life into the console long term, it doesn't have to abandon the arcade roots, but it should add other genres. I agree. Definitely don't. I mean, there's tons. There's tons of arcade games out there that they can potentially go down. They just need to be they need to do that, but they need to add some other genres too, something that we haven't seen to the console. I think that's just going to breathe a whole bunch of life into the genre for sure. MC, what's going on? What is good? UFO. You guys ever noticed that at the beginning of every month, Mr. Rightway posts a bunch of videos of all the new stuff? This is hey. Why do you think he's always calling me rich, y'all? That's the push you off his scent, y'all. I'm telling you. Professional? Okay, cool. It's a really good game. Yeah, you'll hey, come back after you get it. I'm sure we'll do a live once, consoles start dropping. Let me know how the experience is. Georgia, what's up? What up, brother? We need our Super Dodgeball first. Facts. I'm telling y'all, man, for those of you that haven't played Super Dodgeball, now, if you played Super Dodgeball on NES, on the Nintendo, don't get me wrong, really good game. Same company made it, too. But think of Super Dodgeball on NES, bigger sprites, with a storyline, but with Street Fighter fight moves for your specials with your dodgeball techniques. And for every match that you complete and every team that you beat, you have the opportunity to swap out and take a captain from their team and move them to your team as you progress through the story. Amazing game. Ness, did you get your CVS2 shirt from T Republic? No, I actually got that off of Etsy. Yeah, purchased it off Etsy. Actually, you know what? Wait, hold on. Do they have a store on Etsy? I need to double check that. So Capcom versus SNK. Sure. Let's see what we got here. Double check here. What is it? I'm looking. Please hold. It might not even be on here anymore. It was so long ago when I purchased that shirt. And they got some nice shirts on here now. It was Gaming Tee. It was Gaming Tee on Etsy that I picked that up from. Yep. Yep. Might have to get me some new shirts and pick them up. What are this talk about indie games may not work on the AES Plus? Not the indie games. It was more like the flash carts. If you're utilizing an MVS flash cart, if you're utilizing a not confusion. Wow, a fusion converter. That's what I'm saying. Now I don't know. Somebody talking about indie games not working on AES Plus. They should. There shouldn't be an issue there. They should work. He's all about the classic Bone Thugs and Harmony first of the month. Hoping PlayOn starts making some announcements over the next few weeks. I think we're about to get hit with some news, y'all, because we've got a lot of events coming up here over the next month or two. A lot of stuff coming up, so that's probably what they're waiting on. They're waiting to get some stuff out and get some things lined up. I think we'll be in a good spot to hear some new news. So I'm sure there's going to be tons of content creators out there foaming at the mouth, dropping all kind of news. So I'm sure you will see the flow of hundreds of YouTube videos flooding your feeds over for Neo Geo. So I'm sure that'll be good for some of you that like digesting a lot of that information. But I don't like it. I like doing the content. I do. I probably will just provide what I feel, my personal opinion, what I feel is important, and then I'll drop those in videos, and then of course we'll talk about it, dissect it, we'll conversate about it in this. I like these. These are nice. This is easier on me. The content, I don't mind you, y'all. I edit all my own videos, so it does take me a while. It does take me a while, and I'm not the greatest at editing videos. I will be completely honest. I am not good. At least like for what I would like my videos to be, I'm nowhere near good. So like I can honestly say that like I need a lot of work. Take some courses and some classes. I just don't have the time to do that right now. So Akira Blood. Use a retro scaler for any old consoles for the best image possible in new TVs. There you go. There you go. Roxy says, I have plans to play Baseball Stars, World Heroes 2 Jet, and Metal Slug with the fam when the system drops. If it doesn't come in by November or even by Christmas, that's a nightmare. I hope that doesn't occur. And when did you pre-order again, Roxy? When did you put your pre-order in? Floating Dreams. Do you like your MVSX and do you have a hilo hack? Yes and yes. Yeah, I hacked that joint within the first couple of weeks I got it. Yep, I like it. I do have a couple of games that aren't working on there for some goofy reason, but it is what it is. Do you think PlayOn will release a teardown video of console and games? I'm very curious what is under the hood. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be some creators out there that do. Now, the only teardown video that I'm going to do is over the cartridges. I can do that. So we can do a deep analysis whenever I get a cartridge. I'll crack a card open. We'll look at chips and boards and all that stuff. Now, opening up a console, nah. Y'all have to go to one of the tech gurus on YouTube for that. I'm not messing with that. I am not savvy with anything console related. Like I've done a couple of things with a couple of consoles, but I'm not about to tear up an AES. I'm not doing that. No. I'll do the cartridge for sure. And of course, we'll do analysis over the inserts and all that good stuff. But yeah, there's going to be some folks out there that are going to do, the tear downs of the entire, the entire motherboard and seeing what's new and doing side by sides of the original AES and all that. I mean, I could do that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it justice in that video. Game Awards falls a month after AES Plus. I hope it gets some kind of shout out, but we all know Keely only gives those to sponsors or coattails he rides. Sorry, not sorry. All right. Well, what editing software do you use? I'm a DaVinci guy. I use Final Cut Pro. That's the editing software I use. So it's just easier for me because I do all my editing on my Mac, and then if I'm out and about and I don't have my DJI camera, and I just have my phone, it's just easier to do the transfer. That's what I use. So we have that, and we are caught up. I'm so happy. Yes. I placed my order on October 30th of. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me pull this up. My bad. I'm sorry about that. Placed my order on April 30th of 2026 on Amazon. Patiently waiting while having S&K fever is hard. My Neo Geo Pocket Color and Neo Geo Mini with 8-bit Do controller helps with calming the wait a little. Okay. All right. Hey, you got it early enough. So, I think you should be. I mean, hopefully you're in good shape. Hopefully all of us are in good shape. Yeah. So it should be good. I'm excited for you. Excited for you and the fam. UFO. I've been thinking of getting a Neo Geo Pocket Color, but I've never been a handheld person. Is it worth a shot or a pass? If you're not a handheld person, it's a pass. I'll be honest. Because I'm not a handheld person. I have it just because it's Neo Geo. I had a lot of games and I got rid of it. So, and see, you got folks in here. Neo Geo Pocket is the best of that generation. Highly recommend it. And it's true. I mean, there's folks out there that really love the Pocket. Don't get me wrong. There are some solid games on the Pocket. There are some solid games on there. I've just never been a huge handheld person. Like, I had a Switch that collected dust. I bought a Switch 2 out of FOMO. That was my last FOMO purchase. And I don't have that anymore. The only handheld that I still own right now is my Steam Deck. And I actually do use my Steam Deck. I use my Steam Deck quite a bit. So that's my travel handheld. So, and I'm generally playing, surprisingly enough, Neo Geo games when I'm traveling. So I'll take that and I'll play Turf Masters, or I'll play a couple of fighters or something like that. I actually downloaded some more ROMs on there too. I was missing a couple of ROMs on my Steam Deck, so I did that the other day. Maybe AES Plus will one day come to Korea. Might mean Hangul localized re-release. SNK MVS was extremely popular there. I hope so. Like, I know there's quite a few places on the planet that are not getting an AES Plus, so I hope for many of you that don't have the fortunate benefit of getting a console, I hope you all get one. I'm sure it's going to be really well received in those parts of the world. Trevor, I just had a quick look at my Neo dev team. Fast Striker says 1560 megs on the box. There you go. That's why I did the search. I was like, I could have swore there was somebody that had something higher than that. Now, generally the indie studios, they normally push the console to the brink of time, generally. Yeah, Fast Strikers, that sounds about right. I just hit my pre-order yesterday. When should I expect to see it? I don't know. I have no idea. That is where we play the waiting game. I have no idea when you should, or any of us should expect it. So, yeah. That let's see. UFO says, yeah, I had an original Game Boy and Game Gear and only ever played them like 30 minutes at a time. In cars, it may have been even less. Yeah. I had a Game Gear. In my Game Gear, I only had like 3 games. I had a baseball game. I had this blackjack game that my mom played on, and then I had Surf Ninjas. Now I played the heck out of Surf Ninjas. That was my game on my Game Gear. Never had a Game Boy though. I had a Game Boy Advance, and the game that got played the most on Game Boy Advance was Street Fighter Alpha 3. Surprisingly enough, I got a Japanese Saturn last month. I already have 9 games. Street Fighter Alpha 3 came today, mint condition. Nice, super dimensional. Nice. Okay, that's okay. I'll wait. Hey, all good. Patience is a virtue, especially for this. This is going to be worth the wait, at least in my opinion. Roxy says, if you have any concerns on if you would like the Pocket Color or not, I recommend trying emulating the games to see if it's your cup of tea or not. From my experience, it's absolutely worth it. There you go. That is a good recommendation, Roxy. Thank you. For those of you that, yeah, and you can play those games. Like, they've got the Pocket Color collection on Switch. You could try it there. Play those games. If it's your jam, then you can start picking up games. Now, I will say this. There is a difference between the US version, PAL, and Japanese. So PAL and Japanese versions, they got little clamshell soft cases, or not hard cases, kind of like the like these. Oh, I'm sorry, not these. They got the snap case versions, right? Little bite size. For the US, we got little paper cardboard joints. Horrible. So if it's not too much of a hassle for you, if you're big on that, go for the PAL version. That's just my recommendation. If I ever had to go back, if someone said go back and do it, I'm like, all right, I'll go back and do it. I go after the PAL version. Took me a long time to type that. Well, I haven't typed it in so long, I forgot the keyboard. Order the day it dropped in hours. I'm moving September. Will be waiting outside my old place. Dang. Said I'm gonna have the tent and everything waiting. I have a Switch I hardly use, but I don't even consider that a handheld when it's yeah, it is always docked. Yeah, that is a good point. That's a good point. I got a Pocket Color with a backlit screen. Now the backlit screen, yes, that is a must mod for sure. Like, I mean, color is good, but if you get the backlit, the experience is 1,000 times better. I love the chibi versions of SNK characters. Doc says, make sure to get a long stick to poke them away from your Neo Geo when you pick it up. I had to slowly read that because I was like, oh my, I'm not going to read. Hammerfoot, what do you mean you don't know when I'm going to receive my order? I don't work for PlayOn, y'all. I'll work for them. The typing was in reference to. Oh. Got you. My fault. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What we at here? All right. We are just at 117 minutes, y'all. All right. I'm going to hang in for a little bit longer. All right. So question for you. Here's another question. Okay. I'm currently working on a new video. This is not a Mission Neo Geo video, so we all just got one this week. I think this would be kind of a cool video, but outside of that, I'm working on that this week. I may or may not drop that later on this week, so you might get a double. You might get a double feature this week, but outside of that, I'm going to do another Mission Neo Geo video for, of course, next week. So here are the options for next week's Mission Neo Geo video. Give me 1 second to pull this up. And we are sticking to the theme of what's left in the bundle that I haven't already covered. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. And let's see here. We have Shock Troopers. We have Polestar. And we have Metal Slug. Out of the three, which ones do you want? Which one would you like to see for next week? Metal Slug 1, Polestar, or Shock Troopers? Those are the last three in the bundle that we need to talk about. Okay, I'm seeing Metal Slug. I'm seeing Shock Troopers. I'm seeing Shock Troopers. Polestar, Shock Troopers. Ooh, this is wee. Okay, all right. This might be a little bit harder than I thought it is. Okay, then in snaps. Okay. Wow. Oh man. This is probably the closest I've seen out of this. Okay, so this is kind of one of those things we can't decide. Let's see here. Let me count through this real quick. Let me go through this real quick. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. I think Shock Troopers is taking the win for next week, y'all. So, in that particular case, what is it? What is it? Where's Shock Troopers at? Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. All right. Shock Troopers is the winner, and this is not the official Shock Troopers. This is the NCI version that they made. What was this, 2 years ago? Yeah, they did this design 2 years ago. Really good. They did a really good job on this. Mind you, Shock Troopers did not receive an English version on AES, or actually, it didn't see life of day on the AES. It was only an MVS exclusive. So this is the MVS exclusive in the bundle. So we will talk about this copy because this is the only copy I have. We'll do that, and then the next one after that will be Metal Slug because that was the next after that. Now I've done a Metal Slug review on the channel, but that was for X. So, but don't worry, we'll get them. We'll get to them all. We'll get to them all. UFO, you had a video idea for me. What was up? What's up, So Crates? I got a jailbreak PSV Vita till it come in. I have all the games because Ness said play smarter, not poor. I have my Match of Millennium US box staring at me. It is pretty, but cardboard isn't ideal, but keep it in good condition. It should be okay. Yeah, and no, I don't have them anymore, do I? I don't. I thought I did. Do I have? No, I don't. There used to be some cases or like case protectors you could use for those boxes. I don't know what site had them though. I can't remember. It's been so long. How have you been reviewing the games for the AES Plus? Once done with those, you should have your daughter look and pick out one of the games, something that appeals to her. Give no info to her before. Oh man, that's gonna be tough. She's not gonna know anything, unfortunately. She's so into her games, and I've tried getting her involved. She's 16, so teenagers, they ain't worried about that. She's in there screaming on the phone with all her friends right now. So yeah, it's the joys of high school. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. It's what it is. Just her though. Just one and done. I said no. She's a good kid. She's a good kid. My little screaming gamer in there. Let's see here. I dove into the Evercade ecosystem and love it. I have all the Neo Geo stuff on it for very cheap. How do you feel about Evercade? Evercade's great. Great platform. They were doing it. I think if they had come out like 2 years sooner with that Evercade, man, I've been on and pop locking. I probably would have picked one up. I think when I was on the fence, and then when the AES Plus kind of got dropped, I was like, I don't know, like I'm not doing anything else. But it's a good form factor. It really is. They do. Evercade has always done really good stuff. Always. Let's see. Actually, no save Metal Slug till last because of the price. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can save. Yeah, I like that. I actually like that UFO. I like that. Metal Slug will be the last one in the bundle series for Mission Neo Geo. I like that. I do like that. Save the most expensive for last. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig that. Wow, that was good. I'm off on here with these shock troopers. Okay, let's see. Do all three in one. Yeah, that would be a long video. Midnight uploads. Do you think the AES Plus will replace existing AES in existence? No. I mean, I think consoles wise, there's still going to be folks out there that want it, but I think those folks are going to be after. That's going to be like more collector piece items, right? They're going to want low serial numbers, complete in box, certain variant, things of that nature. I think the folks that are going after AES consoles right now, they're just so hyped they want something. There's a lot of folks doing that. Games. The games are going to be weird because the thing is, if you're noticing, this is a perfect example. Let's do this right here. And I'm upset that I didn't put this in the video yesterday, but I need to show this real quick because this is the kind of stuff that folks are going to start talking about in the future. Let me pull this up. Let's see here. Perfect. I just give me the picture, man. I just want the picture. Dang. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Everybody's being goofy with these pictures, man. I just want to zoom in on the picture. All right. All right, let's do this. So, for Samurai Showdown 5 special, let me share my screen real quick here. Okay, so this is the cover, right? This is the cover for Samurai Showdown 5 special. Okay. And someone also pointed this out, like, hey, this looks different, right? This cover is. I actually prefer this cover. I actually like this cover. Now, here is the cover of Samurai Showdown Special, the original version, right? So as you can see, covers are different. So where we're going to run into these situations where you're going to have certain folks out there that want the variant of covers. We see it in Nintendo, we see it in Sega, we see it in all the other consoles, right? We're going to run into this weird scenario where there's going to be certain covers for certain games, certain titles for certain games. Perfect example, Big Tournament Golf, we will not receive Neo Turf Masters. It's just going to be Big Tournament Golf. Neo Turf Masters because, of course, if y'all saw the video, that's a licensing problem behind the title because PGA, Augusta National, has the rights to Masters. Anything associated with golf, Neo Turf Masters, of course, SNK can't use that term, right? So the tournament golf is the variation of that. So you're going to run into these cases where certain first print titles are going to have variant changes to covers, titles, possibly changes to, text, Not necessarily the game itself, but I'm just talking about the covers. So now you run into this this pocket of Neo Geo games, not all of them, but a pocket of them that you're never going to see again, right? So there's always going to be a finite number of those titles. So that means that you're going to have people out there that are going after those titles solely because they know they're not getting remade exactly into that version, right? Now, mind you, a lot of the first print titles, Magician Lord, didn't have a snap case, right? Cover looks, I mean, in my opinion, I like the cover with the snap case. I've always wanted all my Neo Geo games to come in snap cases. I just think they present really well. They protect the games a lot better. The soft cases get brittle over time and they crack, all that stuff. So the snap case is just much better designed for holding and housing the game. I still think people aren't talking about that right now. Everyone's talking about, oh, the prices are going to drop. Yeah, they're going to drop, but you're going to have a handful of titles that are going to hold value, if not go higher. I'm hoping they go higher. No, because I need those games. I need them. Like, don't go up yet. Wait for me to get them back. Or get them because I never had them before. Dave says, I had friends destroy my Game Boys two separate occasions. The first begged me to borrow my OG Game Boy and cracked the screen when he headbutted it in. Oh, heck no. Oh, no. Okay, let me tell y'all this right here. I had a friend of mine in high school. I had a copy of, well, I still have the copy, of Dragon Ball GT Final Bout in English. Mind you, there was like 10,000 copies of this game made. It was low print. This is the Bandai version, not the Atari. So he's like, hey, bro, can I borrow the game? I want to play it. You know, because you do the, the training mode and you build your character's power level up and all this stuff. So I gave it to him. He had it for a week. I was like, hey, man, you got my game? He's like, yeah, bring it back. He's like, oh, bro, I lost the manual. What? What do you mean you lost the manual? Like, how do you lose my manual? Mind you, by the time he was borrowing this game was worth $300. GameStop, or Babbage's at the time, was offering $300 for the game. Lost my manual. So I had to go and find another copy of the game with the manual. So I've got two copies. Because the other one I have is just the disc and jewel case and all that, just missing the manual. That was the one my mom bought me. So I can't get rid of that. Nostalgia. Tell you. Hell of a drug. Hell of a drug. All right, let's see here. Real quick. What color your Metal Slug X? Mine was blue MVS. Oh no. Slug was my Slug X was a AES version. I didn't have it in MVS. I had a Metal Slug 2 MVS cart. That was the only Slug I had on MVS. Be wild. It be wild. We see new games coming to AES Plus while PlayStation cutting physical facts. Do you think you should save Metal Slug best for last? Yeah. I think that's fine. I'm good with that. I think that's a good way to round it off. You have the cross swords to convert. I do. Yeah. Yep. Right here. This one's really here. I'll pull it out. Pull it out for y'all. I'm all. There we go. I'm pulling all kind of games out today. Yeah. So it's in an all authentic snap case, right? Insert was done really well. Really well. They did a really good job on this. Let me see here. Pull this down so I can. I'll pull it out real quick so you can see. So I think I probably showed this before, but here's the manual in the back. Mind you, this is all fan made. All fan made. It's got an additional cart sticker. Come on. There we go. And then It is using an official cartridge and boards. Chips were soldered, all that. So they did a phenomenal job with this. As you can see, it's got the two color boards there on the contacts, the white and the green. So, yep. And if you notice, you probably can't see it here, but the rounded corners on the cart sticker, you don't see that in a lot of conversions. For a lot of conversions, they're like really square or they're cut. That's how you know it's really well done. Really well done. And it's got a lot of weight to it. It's not light. A lot of weight to it. But I ended up picking this up after I did the Mission Neo Geo video for Crosswords. So, you know, early on when I was doing like Mission Neo Geo videos, that was my way of actually playing through all the games so I could review them. A lot of times I was picking up games faster than I could get through them and play them. So Mission Neo Geo was my way of playing every single game that I reviewed and beating it, being able to talk about it. Now, mind you, some games I had already beaten before, but yeah, that was my way of doing it. But yeah, the Crosswords, man, it's phenomenal. The only thing with that conversion is it's using Crosswords 1 music. They couldn't fix it to use the CD version in Crosswords 2, so that's the only difference. When I say have her pick out one of the games, I mean one of the ones that aren't the 10 AES Plus to do a video on. I say have her pick because it'd be like mom picking one random, like when we, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that. How long have you been building your Neo library? Impressive. 7 years. Yeah. So I was in a couple years before I started. I had my Instagram, and then I had a couple of close friends just tell me if I'd start a YouTube channel. So I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago. Yeah, almost 4 years ago now. Yeah, crazy. Wow. No knowledge, just grabbing one that okay, yeah, I'll get with her on that. I actually need to put her in. We have a video idea that her and I have been talking about. Probably should have did that over the summer. School starts back tomorrow, so it's going to be the weekend, so we might do that. What are the best Neo Geo Pocket Color games in your opinion? I honestly don't have a favorite. The Pocket Color. I mean, like, the Slugs are good on there. Turf Masters is good. Pac-Man. I mean, you can't go wrong with Pac-Man. There's a couple other titles that I'd never that were specific to Pocket that I never got a chance to play. But yeah, just name off a couple at the top of my head. Is Amazon the best place to order an AES Plus? It's probably the easiest if you don't have any issues with PlayOn's website. That's probably going to be your best route to go. Now, if you're looking for an ultimate, then just go on PlayOn's website or through there, because that's the only place you're going to be able to get it. To your point, if it's 30 games and that 143 games that can be bought and played, if games like Fatal Fury 2 went from being 50 to 60 to well over $120 plus, we know games will unfortunately rise in price. Facts. Let's see. Yeah, I pre-ordered one there. Hope I get it. Great. Let's see. A friend of mine breaks anything in mine. His parents are getting me a new one, and I'm breaking something even more valuable. Oh, wow. Doc says, oh, yeah, I had a friend try and keep my OG copy of Super Mario RPG. I still have that game. I have no idea if that dude even alive now. Wow. Have beaten all of your Neo Geo games? No, I have not. No, there's a couple that, I mean, some are just, you just play and play. Like, have I played every single one of these? Yes. Have I beaten every single one of these? No, I have not. Every game that I've done a review on for Mission Neo Geo, I have completed that game. Yes. So, now, are there games outside of Mission Neo Geo that I've completed that I haven't done a video on? Yes, there are. Yeah. Who's going to buy 5 of these cards? Not me. I think I got enough. How is Tiberius doing? Your voice as Tiberius can be very soothing, even if he's an asshole. Tiberius is good. He'll have a much bigger speaking part next episode for next week. He'll be in there quite a bit. Thanks for showing that one, Ness. I still need that one. I still need to get that for mine. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I picked this one up a couple years ago from on Neo Store. Yeah, Neo Store had it up, so I was looking at it for a while, and no one was biting on it, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick this up. So yeah, I'm really happy to have that one. Maximus Davis says Pocket Color is better emulated, bigger screen. Dark Arms is sick. Ooh, Dark Arms. I forgot about Dark Arms. Yep. Ryan says, I have to jump, but I have enjoyed the live, my guy. Cheers. Appreciate you, Ryan. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you stopping in with us. I hope we get a Panasonic 3DO Plus soon. Hey, there you go. Okay, let's see. Public service announcement for Neo Geo CD fans. I needed a new power supply in US for months. It was getting hard to find a non-100 volt one. AliExpress is now loaded with 100 to 220 volt PSUs. All right, that's good to know. Definitely. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine. He's getting an AES, and him and I were talking about the voltage, the power supply he's going to need for his, based off of what he has. So, what's up, Gecko? Just thought I'd stop by and say, hey. Tiberius is inspired by Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah. I mean, like, so Tiberius has a mix of Alfred Hitchcock, Rod Sterling from Twilight Zone. That's why he's in black and white. But then it just kind of shifted into something else. You know, he has that, you know, that that tone that he takes, like, now we're about to join on a journey, my friends. I am Tiberius co-host, where we will begin Mission Neo Geo. I bid you good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You know, so he kind of goes into that, where he talks about it, and then, you know, I thought of him kind of having that, like he had it, like old days where they have cigarettes. Of course, I don't smoke, but, you know, that was kind of vibe I was going for. But then it just kind of shifts, and I still have fun with the character, so I just kind of just go down and do whatever. see if it translates over on camera. Where would you recommend inquiring a full Neo Geo Complete library listing of all games produced specifically? You're wanting the entire library, so not just AES. You want like just MVS library. Ness, for Metal Slug video, when you mention the price and talk about not having it, you should cut to Tiberius laughing. just to have a printed cover. That would be funny. I like that idea. Oh wow, this is amazing. I have an original US system, but I'm 100% pre-ordering. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Is the AES Plus not USB powered? Yeah, it's got the USB. I think it's USB-C if I'm not mistaken. From what I saw on the back of the port, the smaller power supply. It's not that big, huge one like the current, original AES has. Question: how is Neo Geo still making money if they're not creating new games and consoles? Mm-hmm. I mean, well, SNK is making the money. You know, they're still releasing titles. You know, King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, City of the Wolves. So that's how they're making their revenue, at least right there. PlayOn, you know, they doing the consoles and stuff. I don't, you know, I'm sure somebody's making some money somewhere. I mean, in terms of Neo Geo, Neo Geo's making money. I mean, I assume they're making money, but time will tell. I really want to see what the numbers are going to look like. Like, I would really like to do like a comparison of numbers against some of the the big modern players, at least just for this year. I just want to look at this. I'm not looking at last year's numbers. I would like to see a comparison, like once they launch and they get stuff out. I would love to see that. City of the Wolves came out last year. Was it last year? Was it last year? What was the year before that? Wait, hold on. Let's see what's come out. You got me thinking. My years are all jacked up. Let's see. When did City of the Wolves? Yeah, you're right. Last year, damn. I could have swore it was 2 years ago. I'm tripping. My bad. Yeah. Tiberius, you are now entering the Neo Zone. I like that. Do you see Neo Geo making a new HD console, more updated tech and graphics? Nothing too fancy, but more on par with PS4 or PS5 quality? I don't know. I know it's kind of hard right now thinking like that because the industry's shifting to digital, right? So I'd be interested in, I mean, if they were the ones to take over and say, hey, we're going to continue the physical front, forget everybody else, we'll do it, right? That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to see it. Besides Neo Geo, what is your other go-to system? Outside of my Neo Geo, like the most that I play on is going to be Xbox. Yeah, my Series X gets, if it's not Xbox, Neo Geo, or my PC. The next closest thing to that is going to be my Steam Deck, and then outside of that is going to be my Dreamcast. And then, of course, I've got my Nova Blast, and then I've got my Thomas Wave 4 back here, too. So some of those stuff get mixed into. Will there be a form of editing where both you and Tiberius are in the same scene? It'd be interesting to see both so I had, I did one video like that. It was my SVC Chaos video where him and I did the whole green screen thing. That was really hard. It took me a long time to do that video. And that was back then I wasn't, I've gotten better at, changing a few details and tweaks and things of that nature. I mean, I could probably do it again. I have better space to do it now, but I've kind of shifted to like the back and forth conversation between me and him or somebody else that comes in and all that. But I could probably do something like that again. Let's see. I know somebody made that 1K from my pre-order. Besides, oh yeah, you're already coming. So Dion, hey Ness, how are you doing, brother? Now that was what was Tiberius's rating on Samurai Showdown? That sloppy Slav didn't rate it. Things are slipping around here. Yeah, I know. That was my bad. I thought about that after the video. I was like, he didn't rate the dang game. Tiberius gave it a rating of a 4. I gave it a 3.5, close to 4. He gave it a 4. He actually likes Samurai Showdown 5 more than I do, surprisingly enough. So he likes the overkill. I mean, I like the overkills too, but he likes them better. He's actually much better than me at Samurai Showdown 5, surprisingly enough. He can't beat me in Garo or SBC Chaos stuff. AES Plus could be testing the waters to see if any other console would be worth it. Facts. Will you be getting the new Steam machine or the Steam controller? Absolutely not. Too expensive. Nope. No, I think with my Steam Deck, I'm good. I think the next piece of hardware I would get from Valve probably would be like, whenever they decide to drop like the Steam Deck 2, I could see myself getting that. But I got a PC already. I don't need a smaller form factor. I got all these consoles in here. I'm good. It'd just collect dust if I bought it. Need to add Tiberius, Ness, and Nessie into one scene. If they made an AES reproduction of Cross Swords 2, is there similar for these? Is there similar for those ports of Sega System 16 titles, Axe and Shinobi. Well, so there's been some ports for like MVS like that, like I guess we call them like AliExpress or homebrew style ports for Shinobi and Golden Axe. I don't think we have an official version of it, but I'd like to see those. That'd be kind of dope. Now for a meme. Why like Top Hunt? Oh man. Personally, I don't hate the game, but Spin Master, on the other hand, I personally consider it a spin bastard due to its lack of replayability, in my opinion. Hey, this is what I say. Like we all have our different opinions over certain games. Like I know a lot of people like Kazuna Encounter. I'm not a fan. I know a lot of people like Ninja Combat. I'm not a fan. Top Hunter, I was pissed that I spent all that money on the game because I was like, dang, this game's not worth over $1,000. In my opinion, it's not. Now, I liked Spin Master. Maybe it was just easy to pick up and play. I liked it. But I mean, we all have our opinions on our games. But Hunter just wasn't fun to me. It just wasn't fun. It just didn't hold my attention, which was unfortunate because I really tried to give it a shot. I know a lot of collectors that love that game. Absolutely love that game. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, can I go back and play it right now, Top Hunter? No. I mean, have I gone back to play Spin Master? No, I haven't. I've beaten it like twice, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Some games you just, play them once or twice, or if you're really feeling the mood, or if somebody shows something really cool and you're like, I didn't know that was in the game, go back and do it. It's going to be a long time before Steam Deck 2. It did its job getting Steam OS into a lot of people's machines. Facts. Lane-based platformer takes a bit to get used to. I have the Neo Geo CD, which has the slowest load times on Earth. Yeah, CDZ was like 2 times faster. It's still slow. I hate load times. Even on modern consoles, I hate load times. I'm like sitting there watching this pinwheel move in circles. I'm like, can we get into the game? It's just horrible. But it is what it is. My impatience. Great channel, great enthusiasm. Thank you, iHogNut. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. I was thinking of a CDZ, but I think my next after Dreamcast would be PS2. You can't go wrong with PS2. PS2 has got a lot of fire games. And there's a lot of, honestly, there's a lot of SNK related games that were Japanese exclusive on the PS2, right? I mean, we didn't see an English version of SVC Chaos on PlayStation 2, but we saw a Japanese version. And we only got the English version of SVC Chaos on Xbox. Same with Samurai Showdown 5. So PlayStation, the English versions of PlayStation didn't get that, but the Japanese versions did. Like Matchroom Melee is another one, right? PlayStation Japanese got to see that. So there's a lot of really cool hidden gem Neo related games. So not just go down the Neo Geo route for PlayStation 2, because there's a lot of great games for PlayStation 2. But I still have my fat PS2 right here, just chilling. It's still over there. It's still kicking. I thought Neo Geo CD was good for early MVS AES titles. They load once and you're done with it. Put in anything Real Bout or KOF in later, it loads every 2. Oh, facts. Definitely that. Said this once before. I hope that was converter. Yeah. I remember Chris. We were talking about that. Metal Slug 3 also was on OG. Yep, it sure was. Speaking of Dreamcast, I thought Mark of the Wolves was the last SNK I needed, but I remembered Last Blade 2 existed too. Gonna kill my bank account when I buy that someday. Yeah, because like what? You had Mark of the Wolves, you had Last Blade, you had 2 KOFs. What else was there? I'm missing something else. Was there another one? I don't know off the top of my head. outside of that, I'm just thinking of what I had for Dreamcast. Because I had Project Justice, which is an amazing game, by the way. Of course, Third Strike, Double Impact, Shenmue, um, Power Stone. I think what else did I have on there? Oh my God, Cannon Spike, to name a few. Oh, of course, Capcom versus SNK. Yeah, had that too. Yep, on Dreamcast. I had all the fighters on Dreamcast. Fair enough about Ninja Combat. I thought about doing a review of it, giving it a rating of a D minus, because I felt that kind of disappointment you had with Top Hunter. I even questioned why is it like. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Like, mind you, I am a huge fan of ninja games. I love ninja games. Ninja Combat, it just happens to be on the bottom of my list of games. Like, and I have a extra crispy copy of Ninja Combat, which even that hurts my feelings even more. Is the fact is it's so dang minty. So dang minty. It's probably minty because I don't play it. It's so nice. It's such a beautiful copy. It's such a beautiful copy. Am I going to sell it? No, I'm not. Because I know what'll happen. I get rid of it, and then I try to. I got to do a review on it one day. So, I have to. That's part of Neo Geo. I'm going to review every single Neo Geo game on the AES. So that is my plan. I got the Metal Slug Anthology on Japanese disc for PS2. It's amazing. Man, Metal Slug Anthology, Art of Fighting Anthology, what was the other anthology? Samurai Showdown Anthology was good. And then, of course, the Fatal Fury collections that they had, those were good on PS2. And tons of good quality stuff on there. Capcom vs. SNK 2, oh my gosh. I had all versions of that game. That's my jam. Ninja Combat is more like Ninja Combat. But as bad, mediocre as it is, it will never be as bad as Crouching Pony, Hidden Dragon that stuck with Neo Geo Dr. Bullet on actual release day. So much Ninja Combat conversation. 80K was good for puzzle and table games like shogi, Japanese chess. But anything else felt meh. Even dare say I saw Magician Lord. I mean, 80K had more than that, though. I mean, I'm like, well, you know what? Hold on. So, I'm trying to think out of the World Heroes. I mean, I still don't have Perfect. I want Perfect. But World Heroes 2 Jet, really good. And then, hold on. And the fact that no one is talking about Ninja Master in the 80K format. Y'all tripping. Come on now. Ninja Master was an amazing 80K game. If not one of their best. I know it doesn't get a lot of love, but it's an amazing game. Hell, I'm loading Ninja Combat on my Neo Geo CD right now. Currently have the Ultimate Collection on pre-order and also Anniversary Edition. I'm all in, but new to these kind of releases. Any concerns that we have not seen a fully working prototype or demos yet? Squirrel, I'm not concerned. No, they've got some community guys that have been working on this console for a while. These guys are legit. They are legit. So Vertex is huge behind the tech in this game. This is why they reached out to them to help with the console. Like, we're gonna get a really good, solid quality console. I think we're gonna be good. Now, the demos wise, like, I know a lot of us haven't. None of us, from a content creator standpoint, none of us have been able to put our hands on it. The folks that have been able to go to Japan and see it on display, they see the shell. They've been able to get some kind of angles with it. I would assume here in the next month or two, we'll start seeing some stuff drop where people will have some conversations. Kenny Ness, I'll give you $15K for your collection right now. Keep going. Capcom vs SNK2, I think, was Japanese. No, there was English version. Yeah, yeah. It was on Xbox, PlayStation 2. Yeah. hmm I played it. A lot. A lot. A lot. Play it at home, then go to the arcade and play in tournaments for that game. Love that game. For Dreamcast at least. Oh, for Dreamcast. Yeah. I got what you're talking about. Yeah. I need the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. Ooh, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that anthology. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. A former friend of mine actually said, "Why don't you sell it for a quick buck? There is something about it. Even though it sucks, it uses the same engine as Magician Lore, albeit not as polished." True. Facts. Facts. And you don't want to sell it because you turn around and you be like, "I need to get this game again," and it goes up. And it's like, oh my gosh. Crazy. People that are concerned about not seeing a working console are equal to the ones who want to see GTA 6 trailer first. I miss a world that wasn't. I mean, like UFO. I'm like, I get your perspective. I get everyone else's perspective too, because when it comes to Neo Geo related stuff, and I'm just specifically talking about Neo Geo related stuff, there's many times we as a community thought we were getting this great thing with tons of games and flatline. They dropped the first batch of games and they were done. And all support flatlined after that. So I get it. I get why people are apprehensive about it. Which is why, like again, I tell y'all this many times. Like, I never promote much of anything on my channel. Mind you, I am a Neo Geo channel. So, I mean, of course, yeah, we're talking about Neo Geo. But at the end of the day, I don't promote stuff that I don't buy with my own money. Like, I bought everything. I bought everything with my money. I don't work for the company. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm buying it because I where we're at right now as a video game community, as consumers, we have to support the physical. If we're gonna sit here and complain about physical and we're not gonna buy it, what are we doing? What are we doing? We got to do it. Like, and if I'm gonna support any console, it's definitely gonna be the one that I collect for. At least that's my perspective. You know, everyone else can have theirs too. So it is what it is. It has its charm, but Sengoku 3 is what Ninja Combat should have been. Man, Sengoku 3 is my damn. I love Sengoku 3. Visually, I loved how they changed the sprite animation in Sengoku 3. Like, the first one, I'm like, yeah. The second one, I'm like, yeah. The 3, that was my jam. Did you see Capcom making games for Neo Geo like Street Fighter and Mega Man? The port shouldn't be there. Oh man, we just need Capcom to get in to get on board, man. If Capcom came out and said like, "Yo, we're gonna be porting games over," it's a wrap. It is a wrap. It is gonna be. We need to throw a party and have a celebration because it's gonna be crazy. Oh, I still want the Neo Geo X Gold. It's something. It just has something on the back burner. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Not the X. When it first got announced, I wanted one, and I just never pre-ordered it. I just never did. After your latest video on Samurai Showdown 5 Special, I looked up any collections on modern console and saw PS4 has a collection with both SBC Special and Perfect. Have you ever played those? Yeah. In the video, the Switch version that I was talking about, it's the same version. So they did a version on Switch. They did one on PS4. And of course, you can find all that stuff on PC as well. So yeah, I played them. What's up, Dr. Slump? Doing it live. Hope you're doing good, Ness. Yes, I'm doing good. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you. Doc says, you never want to sell it because in the back of your mind, you think one day you'll have every game except that one. You're like, oh man, I used to have that. I'm going through that right now. Could you imagine my surprise when, you know, I sold some of my games for, a business that didn't work out. And if I'd have known this was coming, I'd just have said screw the business. Because like, I mean, it didn't work out anyway, so it is what it is. But I yeah, this wall of games would have been down another level, y'all. Another level of game. I'm telling you. I had that many. Like I've got probably 15 acrylic cases down here that are empty. Yeah. You know how much that sucks? Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. And it's hard to like, oh yeah, I'll go back and get them. I'm like, yeah, I say that. And then I look at the prices. I'm like, yeah, never mind. My first exposure seeing Top Hunter was in a Wii catalog from 2010 in the Virtual Console catalog. I got it for 900 Wii points, $9 in 2008, and eventually getting on AES in 2010. Hey, that's dope. Okay, I like that. That's a good way to get in. That's really for 900 Wii points. That's solid. It says I'm still trying to get my head around all modern consoles from the big hitters going digital, and here comes SNK PlayOn bringing out new cartridges in the console from 1991. What a time to be alive! Facts, Bam. But you're the coolest. Hey, I appreciate you, Bam. Thank you so much. I'm just here kicking it, trying to do my best. Ninja Combat got boring. Loading King of Monsters instead. Yeah, I got my MVS copy is in my Nova Blast. I actually probably gonna crank that up this sometime later on this week. Probably play that. I need to get some content on King of Monsters for a video. So not a mission yet, just for a video. Capcom give us a new Mega Man with crispy Neo Geo pixels and glorious 60 FPS. That'd be nice, Jimmy. That'd be nice. Let's see here. I'm sorry, raising the price of Top Hunter, but I'm using that game as a template for an animal mascot platformer in terms of its graphics, but the gameplay is more expanded and fast-paced a la Sonic. Okay. I can dig that. I can dig that, Gecko. The threes are the best threes. Sengoku 3, Metal Slug 3, Fatal Fury 3. Woo, Anthony. Okay. I like that. I mean, all good. Metal Slug 3 is actually my favorite Metal Slug out of the series, so that's good. Sengoku 3 was actually my favorite Sengoku out of the series. Fatal Fury 3 was not, but it was good though. It was one of my favorites though. But it's y'all already know Garo is my favorite. So, I still have my Neo Geo X Gold and the expansion set sealed. Woo! I still see videos of people like finding these like at a garage sale and they're sealed and all this stuff. Crazy seeing that. Squirrel, you're doing a great service here, brother. Thanks for the live streams and updates. Play on, and need to definitely hook you up with the amount of interest you've created. You've helped create for this. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm just hey, I love the Neo Geo platform. I love collecting for it. I love talking about it. So it's nice to have folks that actually want to listen and converse about it now. So that's why I'm doing this. Otherwise, I could be in the corner being quiet. I appreciate you. Thank you. Do you know if UniBIOS 4 will be included? So they'll have a BIOS chip that basically does everything with the UniBIOS. So you'll be able to do the different regions. You'll be able to do the MVS modes. The only thing that they have not confirmed, which I doubt we'll get, is like the cheats. They probably don't want us having cheats on the games and all that stuff. But I think we'll be able to unlock the uncensorship in some of the games. So I think we'll be good there, which is all we really need. I'm like, as long as everything's uncensored, we can get that access to it, and we can play in different regions or whatever. I'm Gucci. That's all I really need. Oh, there's a Neo Turf Masters MVS to AES conversion on eBay. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. Yeah, them conversions are expensive. They're expensive. I had a chance to get like a really nice conversion, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna buy it. This was about a year ago. King of Monsters 2 cheats definitely reads players' inputs. Oh yeah, it does. Do you think load time on the Neo Geo CD? What? Who you talking about? Who you talking about here? Do you think load time on the Neo Geo? Do you load time will be fast, like under 10 seconds? Oh, I think the load times would be like fast. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. I think it'd be fine. I mean, it's not a CD where we're gonna be waiting 90 seconds to 2 minutes, so I think it'd be all right. Loading Dreams, great content. What was the Neo Geo game that made you love the system? For me, it was Baseball 2020. My local Grand Slam batting center had it, and I would play it more than hitting the real balls. Good question. So my very first Neo Geo related game owning was Fatal Fury Special on Super Nintendo. Actually, my wife got me a really crispy copy for Christmas a couple years ago. I was ecstatic for that. It was on Super Nintendo. But I had rented Fatal Fury 1. I had rented Samurai Showdown. Those were the games that I was really big into fighters as a kid. So those were the games that I got introduced to early on. And then from there, it kind of branched out, right? So whenever we did go to arcades and stuff like that, you'd see a couple of the other games. Like later on down the road, we'd see Windjammers pop up, which I thought was a really cool game. And then later on, like way later on, SVC Chaos. My first time seeing that was in the arcade, which was really cool. But yeah, first game was definitely Fatal Fury series. And I played the heck out of that game. Played the heck out of that game. Love that game. Two-way Ray, you're here just kicking it, unlike Mr. Right Way. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Yo, I'm still talking about sweeping the leg. Neo Geo Pocket Volume 1 on sale on Steam. Bam, dropping the knowledge for my folks out there that want to try out the Pocket color games. How much is it, Bam? How much is it going? I guess I could look it up. I guess I could stop being lazy and just pull it up. But since you dropped the knowledge in there, go ahead and let us know how much is it on Steam if it's on sale. I have Gongru for MVS. I hope this gets an AES Plus $90 release. Yeah, I think Pixel Heart owns the license for Gongru, if I'm not mistaken. So that one might be a little bit more difficult. I'm double checking that. I want to say they have the license for that. Do they? That's really weird. Unless I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah. Pixel Heart has the license for it, so Play on SNK would have to work with them on. And Pixel Heart sells it already on their website, so as well as Androdunos, Breaker's Revenge, Captain Tomade, Bangbusters. What else? What else is there? There's a couple other titles, and they're actually selling the console, the AES Plus console, on their site. So that's interesting. Battle Flip Shot, Pinky Circus, Neo Drift Out. That's another one. That's another big title. And then Goal, Gangbusters 2. They hold the license for Rage of the Dragons. They have Gladmort, Dimaclaw. So that's all on Pixel Heart's website. But yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see an official SNK version of that. What's up, Ted? It's all about the Neo Ness. Man, curls ain't been on. I didn't have curls in like over a year. You still talk about them curls? I don't know about Fatal Fury 3. I felt like the game was rushed, and it led to the release of the Real Bout series. Some effects made me think of Super NES Mode 7, just like with Alpha 2 Mission. Yeah. The Alpha Mission 2? Yeah. Real Bout series really shifted the Fatal Fury series a lot. I mean, for sure, shifted it. I know a lot of folks like in terms of comparisons, a lot of folks prefer Real Bout 2 over Garo, which is surprising. But I think you hear some people talk about Garo and they say it's not really a Fatal Fury game, which it is, but it was just so different compared to what we have been so accustomed to over the years. But I think we needed the change because even Street Fighter had changed, right? You know, when Third Strike and Double Impact, like the Street Fighter 3 series came out, the character animations have completely changed. Like the storyline had progressed. It was really good. So I think they did right with Garo, but Real Bout was amazing. Real good series. All right, let's see. Let's say you were in charge of Neo Geo. You could choose from a variety of years of arcade history to port various games. What would be an example? What would be example 83 to 94? Um, I'm probably not going that far back because if we're talking about right now, right? If we're talking about if I was in control and I had availability to licensing for certain games, I would probably start right at like 90, 91, and I'm running it all the way to 2005, 2006. Because I think there's going to be enough variety in there, especially now, that's going to hit a larger target audience than me going back to 83 to 94. That's just my personal opinion, and I could be wrong. There's going to be a lot of folks that love the classics from the early 80s into the early 90s, but I think with the target audience that we have now, I think we need to move those years up. Arcades, like I know, like once we start shifting over into the late '90s and early 2000s, arcade scene was fading out, right? But we were still getting some really dope games in the arcade, and we were seeing a lot more variety. And that was basically because consoles were really taking over. That's just my opinion, though. Do you own all the Slug games? I do not. No. I had um, Slug 4, Slug 3, Slug X. I didn't have 5. I was missing 5. And then, of course, 1 and 2. No, I had an opportunity to get 2, and I didn't pull the trigger because I had the money to get it, and there was a convention that same week, and I kept my money for that convention. Hindsight, should I have purchased it? Probably, but it is what it is. So what I have left for slugs, you see the slugs right here. Those two are Metal Slug 1 and 2. Those are both conversions. Do you know anything about Hollis? Apparently, it was a short-lived SNK spinoff responsible for developing robot titles 2020, Super Baseball, Soccer Brawl, and the Amazing Eight Man. Yeah, what are you asking about it? Eight Man's a great game. Soccer Brawl's pretty cool too. Super Baseball is it's cool, but man, my jam is always going to be Baseball Stars for sure. I ordered two Neo Geo AS Plus Ultimate Editions. I hope. Dang, you ordered two? Snap, Hammerfoot. All right, I see. I hope this new venture works out. Yeah, I know you dropped some serious cheese. I streamed all the Fatal Fury games throughout the month of February as Fatal February. Hey, I like that. That's dope. Through FBA because my Neo is still being prepared. Hopefully, it comes back soon. What's wrong with it? What's going on with it? What do you got getting? What are you getting done to it? Yeah, Pixel Art owns all Visco titles. They have Gonryu on sale right now, along with Androduno's Breaker's Revenge and others. Yep. Bang Busters. What? Oh, this guy. I just caught that. Do you own Gladmore on it? No, I don't, Lloyd. I do not. I did not pick that title up. I am really bad about picking up indie titles. I know a lot of you ask about do I partake in a lot of the indie titles. I don't. I have a few. Like I have Xenocrisis and Project Neon, but those are really all I have. I have Final Vendetta on pre-order, and I'll probably end up picking some up. It's just I'm not in a super rush to get them. I know a lot of other content creators that I know they've got copies because they were sent those. Um, yeah, they didn't send them to me. It's probably because they know I don't. That I'll probably, because I'm going to rate the game the way I rate the game. So if I'm going to say it's a 2 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5, I'm going to tell you that. And that's just going to be from my perspective. Other people may say this is an amazing game, but I always make sure that I go into any review unbiased. That's why it's kind of nice having Tiberius because I give Tiberius a completely different lens. To some games we completely agree, some games we don't. So that's kind of the vibe. Looking forward to dusting off the old CRT. I know it negates the whole HDMI idea. No, it's all good. CRT is cool too. I'm sure my wife will be stoked of this huge, heavy box I'm trying to place somewhere in the house. I had to get rid of mine, and I almost hurt myself carrying that dang thing down the steps of my house trying to pack it out, and I almost hurt myself. Threw my back out. So yeah, CRTs are. Yeah, make sure you get some help when you lift that. When you play games, do you eat snacks and what? Sometimes, not all the time. Maybe I just might, water, juice, something like that. I'm generally focused when I'm gaming, so I'll snack when I'm like watching TV or something. Is AES Plus B same Neo Geo AES or different? So Neo Geo AES is the first console from the 90s. AES Plus is the new version of that console that's basically being reimagined, but it's classified as a one of one of the original console from the 90s. So there's some modern updates that were done. HDMI port, USB power supplies, things of that nature. Backwards compatibility for old cartridges and new cartridges. Wireless adapters for wireless controllers and joysticks, things of that nature. So hopefully that answers your question. Do you know if the games for AES Plus will be the exact match of OG games down to the case? I think cases will probably be different. I don't know. We talked about it earlier with inserts. So the Samurai Showdown 5 special that I showed you all earlier, this one, is not the same cover that PlayOn has on the website. So they've changed the cover to a different image of this game, which is fine. I mean, it's all good. I actually like the new cover better, if you ask me. So, of course, they'll have ratings on the insert. So, like ESRB rating for mature, teen, etc. So those are on there. Of course, laws now, they change everything. So, we can't get all that. But yeah. There'll just be some subtle changes, but the case size, cartridge size, all that's going to be the same. If you got the early 90s and could throw arcade games on the AES, you take Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat 100%? Oh, for sure. For sure. I also streamed Garo Mark of the Wolves, but not as a part of Fatal February. It was like you said, not a part of the actual series, but a finale Fury, where on Sunday I played it separately. Okay, I like that. I like the vibe you're talking there. I like that. That's cool. That was a nice option, Mr. Neo Geo President. Opinion. I'm sorry. Opinion. Let's see. Never look back at opportunities you think you miss. Just look forward to new opportunities ahead. Facts, Doc. You hit it nail right on top of the head for sure. For sure. Beat King of Monsters now. Dang, Majiro. Okay. Beat King of Monsters now playing Cyberlit. My gripe is there is no randomization on enemy placement, and item location, same experience with. Oh, see, you're a G. So you're a grandmaster of knowing exactly where everything is. So you've been playing it for that long. You know what time it is. That's good though. That's good. But that's good that you're still enjoying playing those games with that same experience. That same that's awesome. Thanks for the broadcast. You are the king of Neo Geo. Great content. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm just doing what I can do when I can do it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you tuning in. Gecko. The problem with AES is the S video comes out checkerboarded. Now I need to use it to do my in-depth video of review of Magician Lord after capturing gameplay, and my joystick is worn out and needs. Oh, snaps! Need a refurb, huh? Gotta get a new stick, some buttons. Oh man. Dave says there's talk that PlayOn will be at Tokyo Games show in September. Maybe they will have something to show. Perhaps that might be good if they do show up there. That would be awesome. Let's see. Good lord, I'm really catching up here. Damn, I got 68 cart. I couldn't lift that stuff. Oh yeah, you already know what it is. Yeah, I had a 32 inch, and that thing was. It felt like I was lifting 200 pounds. I was like, "What is going on?" Couldn't even get a grip on that stuff. Project Neon I want so bad, but have to settle with Steam version for now. I will get as soon as it's safe to live on a sofa for a few months after I buy it. Wife banished me last time I spent 800. Ouch! Oh man, I hate to hear it. I hate to hear it. It goes like that sometimes. They're going to have ratings on the game box. It's funny because their consumer are all late. Oh yeah. Oh, I can tell you the demographic of my channel is early 30s all the way up to 60. That is the demographic of my channel for Neo Geo. Mm-hmm. That's all of us. If they could patch in like randomizer modes into some of the games, now that would be that'd be kind of cool. I can see that. Ness Surprise, he's surely better than Barroso, who ran SNK from the early 90s after the previous leadership stepped down. I appreciate y'all for that, man. I'm trying to make sure I do y'all proud. I would love to see some of the riding games get ported. I would love to see that. That'd be a good game to do too. Some more shmups can only be a good thing. Facts. UFO. You, Mr. Wright, Mega, and Zelda are all in a car after a night out drinking. You're getting pulled over. Who do you want driving and why? Well, Zelda doesn't drink. I'd probably be driving, and I would probably be the one to get us out of the situation because I'm the most level-headed. Or it probably would be Zelda. It would be Zelda. It would be either me or Zelda. I forgot how big and heavy CRTs were. I almost killed myself with it. Hey man, dog, I'm telling you, man, I know people are like, man, you gotta have the CRT. I'm like, man, I don't want to lift this thing up here, and no one wants to help you lift it. and God forbid if something fails on it and then you got to get repaired, no one's trying to repair that. And then you got to go find another one and lift that big heavy punk somewhere else in the house. Yeah, no, never again. I was like, I'll just keep these little flat screens and do my little, my little converters and all that and be good to go. Shoot. I had one boy, one girl, 10 months apart, 18, 17. Pray for me. Oh, my goodness. Prayers are up. Woo! Good Lord. No drinking? Damn, no, I don't drink much either, but night out with the boys, I would. I'm like, yeah. I mean, we can still kick. I have a couple homeboys that don't drink. And we all have a good time. All have a good time. So I'm always a good host. I'm always a good host for guys' nights. Have the food. Folks bring the beverages. Some might just drink water. Some might just drink juice. The rest of them might get drunk, and I'll just be somewhere in the middle. Okay. Wow, 3 hours. Y'all kept me long enough. Okay. That was not supposed to happen. I was going to cut it off at 2 hours and we're still talking. But okay. So, working on another video. Possibly will be out later on this week. I will keep you posted. If there's any updates with PlayOn with the remaining states here in the United States, I'll drop that on the community page. And then expect Mission Neo Geo next week with Tiberius. And that one will be for Shop Troopers. So, appreciate y'all tuning in. Collect and play the way you want to collect and play your games. Y'all have a great week, great weekend. If I don't holler at you sooner than that, y'all have a good one. Appreciate you.